when you accidentally dislike a video. You're like,
What is
wait,
it
what?
with
No.
all these? What is it with all these fucking goals, dude? Primary, secondary, tertiary, and side.
Ow.
Scroll up. It should tell you what they mean.
Oh, is there one for... There isn't one for, the Stürmkrag, is there? No, I need to do mine for Eden. For Godbound.
Yeah, you know what? I will probably have to make
I don't know the
a
fuck
channel
to
for that, or
remember
just
here.
attach that to your sheets.
I have not thought this heavily about this character.
Yeah, just have some basic, because like I told you, they change as you play. Mine went from killing all wizards and stealing their knowledge and shit to training wizards. I was at for a 180.
I mean, you just sound like a tsundere.
Why am I still called Meat Bun?
Don't
Hold on,
you
let me
ever
fix
say
that. Let me
Yeah,
fix
say
that.
those words to me again.
It just sounded like you just confused admiration for anger, which is just basic tsundere stuff. Except there's also violence.
Nathaniel's arc was nothing but basic. It's a very curvy arc. Been through some shit. Favorite character thus far that I've ever had.
There we go, that's better.
Alright, Matt, are you here? Are you present?
I hope I have
Present.
everything ready. I guess not.
No. I might need to turn the notifications off. Who the fuck is this guy?
Who's who?
Matt, are you here?
He is full deafened.
Okay. Well, that's okay. We will wait. Meanwhile, I shall drink this wine.
Already getting buzzed.
Ungefär 60% av rockmätaren full. Det är så att lite rock gör ingenting. Men ja, man kastar den, man tar ett par steg, man kastar den igen, och så går man hela tiden under tiden man kastar.
What is that noise? What is that noise?
Fucking hell. Stop. There you go. Send my brother We're just waiting for Matt.
Let me see. We are currently missing Ryan and Kenta. So let me just add the gun reading.
I do not believe Ryan is coming.
Det låter som du ligger i sängen och kramar nu. Nej, inte alls. Ja, jag spottar om. Ja, det finns inga
Wait,
sätt att
I don't want to listen to this yet.
Det finns inga items.
This song has been playing in my head all
Och
week.
gissar på att man inte kan gå dit.
where's the Albert?
Självklart i mina i sin form.
Campaign. OOC.
I am in as a player, yes, I am indeed.
Vou não, mano. Dia de semana é embaçado pra mim, eu tenho minhas coisas pra fazer aqui. Mas eu vou ver se o Felipe tem como levar ou deixa pra próxima. Fucking people tell me things last minute, man. Hate it.
I will be right back to go put a couple more things away. I still have my headset on, so I will know when we start.
Hello?
We're gonna start right now.
Never
like,
mind then. Okay.
Matt is here.
I'm here,
You're
yes.
done?
How's the audio?
Audio is fine on my end.
Am I breathing
well-
in your
well-
ear again, Kilroy?
Oh, yes, continue, please.
I mean, not right now.
Okay.
You got a new headset?
No, it's the same one I've had.
Okay, cool. Pi, you here?
Here and ready to go.
You okay, buddy? You seem like you're lacking some energy.
No, I'm doing good. I just switched over to push to talk, so you're just not hearing a lot of my little ramblings.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I need to do that.
Legs, you good to start?
I
Wow,
am good to
I love it. I love it when we have fewer players every session or two, because this means we can have a more concentrated session around your character, so you can build. You can progress in your relationships with each other.
Hey.
Okay, go roll 20 in case you need it.
Yeah.
I got the owlbear there, and
Close down all tabs on Hess.
You see, in the exact opposite, I actually opened 14 tabs because I need that for my character and the recording stuff.
Well, all those 14 tabs were on Harry Hess, so.
okay, here we go. Let me get my notes. Ha ha ha! I have notes. This is session 6. We are keeping on. Keep on keeping on. Listen up. I will do a small recap, and then we shall play the game. Alright.
Try not to die.
Freemen of Stürmkrag, fill your tankards as I dish out my latest envisions of our beyonders. The brave officers of the Hellas Harpy had sighted a fortified state in the distance on the western side of the river that they sailed. Any Jarl would see such a structure as a formidable castle-like longhouse, which, if controlled and utilized properly, would surely yield as a base of operations for hoarding the treasures of this land, and that our northern heroes prospected the estate. And it too was full of riches and weak men who took boarding inside the structure. To the east of the river, a small mountain range stood out in the plain of this strange fertile land. Nonetheless, they had continued sail northwards and soon reached another town, full of trade and strange people, and a lot more dragonborn than what we are used to here in Stürmkrag. Beyond this town, ravens or crows encircle the small hill, an omen, surely. However, the inhabitants of this land see it as a sign of death or misfortune. And beyond this hill a gleaming spire jutted out of the plains like a sword. But the most fascinating thing of this humble town is a shrine devoted to 6 gods. We had learned their names, but not their strength or their ethos. There is much in this place that our beyonders are graced with being the first Stürmkragians to set foot on these lands. Their names will echo throughout times and be known to every Stürmkragian. The time for legend is now. And thus, picking up from last session, you are at least Oldest was in the Ofaith Shrine.
Trying to find out what these weaker gods are seeking out.
The alcohol has been opened at Vincent.
Indeed, you were talking to the priest of this place called Ofaith Shrine, and you found out that the priest mentioned something about some cult war going on.
Yes.
Is there anything you like to do? Is you're talking to this priest?
So we left off basically.
You're cutting out, Matt.
So when we left off, he had just stated about Earth Sculptor, Tide Singer, and Storm as different.
Yes, he mentioned
All right.
that the moats, the cult of the moats, had 3 subdivisions, but essentially they all had different names for the same god. You had the Earth Sculptor, which is what the moats of the Shattering Earth worshipped. You had the
of Rip Curl.
Yep, the moats of the Rip Curl worshipped the Tide Singer, and then the moats of the Sentient Storm worship the Sentient Storm.
Yes. Okay. Sounds like there's lots of chaos within this land.
Well, yes, they have been clashing here in Frothies with a lot of ferocity. Although they've been keeping their business outside of the towns, which we appreciate. But yes, it's very dangerous out there.
And these other cults that they're warring with, which dragon?
So what?
Is that what they are? These
Which
other cults that your moats are fighting against.
they are a much older cult here in Frothies. They worship some sort of elemental being, or it must be. At least that's what I assume. You have the Howling Hatred, the Black Earth, the Eternal Flame, and the Crushing Wave.
Black Flame, Howling Wave.
The Howling Hatred,
Okay.
the Black Earth, the Eternal Flame, and the Crushing Wave.
Sounds like someone needs to come in and equip them into shape, line.
You wish to do what?
Not necessarily I, but sounds like someone needs to to shape. So they've been heard there's been trouble with the locals that have been having with them.
Well, not precisely here. Anyways, they Underlag has been forsaken in its endeavor. Although strange as it sound, there had been reports of kidnapping in the small population we have, or that's what we assume. It's either that or they have been missing. We all know that these cultists, no matter which side they fight, they are always looking for initiates.
Very. I believe my business here is concluded, priest.
Very well. Uh, the All Faith Shrine is always open for all the people.
People of all faiths, you say?
Yes?
Aldous is gonna snort and look around a little bit, staring at the symbols and statues.
Mm-hmm. You see the six statues,
6
three on
statues.
either side.
Of those are the new pantheon.
Yes, they
Okay.
call them the Neo Pantheon.
All right. Want to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My business here is concluded for now.
May Paladin safeguard your voyage.
Aldous is gonna snort a little and says, "Freya safeguards wilds." But she nods and march out.
All right. Next, we go over to Jordan. Jordan, seemingly you are running out of a particular inn, out of breath.
It was actually right next door to the All Faith Shrine, so
Yes,
I'd assume I probably bumped into all this.
sure, you could. Otis, you see a very familiar figure, although not really familiar. Its size seemed to be smaller. But its clothes you definitely recognize. It's that of Jordan's attire.
But he's
And
shorter.
this person, he is shorter.
Okay.
What
You
the
just
fuck
see him like
happened? What?
just darting from one side to the other with his little short little leg, just leaving a small trail of smoke behind him as he's essentially dashing for it, going east across the road.
Making my way to a secluded spot as fast as possible.
What the fuck What the fuck happened? What?
I don't know. I'm gonna yell out, "Jordan!" Start jogging after.
If everything's fine, don't worry about it. I'll see you back at the at the strip or something.
Why is there smoke coming off your pants?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk. It was just an info gathering. Don't worry about it.
Well, so was I. I think you might want to hear some of this.
Okay. Hold on. Just give me a couple minutes. Maybe I can meet you back at that old dude's shop. It'll be great. Hold on.
And why are you so short?
We can talk about that later. You know, magic, right? It's super crazy. That's cool. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Oh god.
So
I think we're talking about it now, you crazy old man.
You guys are literally running. You
I
are running.
am continuing to full action move,
Where-
bonus
where
action
is your-
dash, action dash.
Hold on. Where the hell is your? Oh, here you are. Okay. There. You can move your. Let me make your tokens. Oh no, it's fine. You can move your tokens where you want to go.
I am just bobbing and weaving through houses and stuff to like create distance and also get as far away from Valdis or anyone else as fast as possible.
Okay. You just
I am
where are you going exactly? Just east?
I'm moving 90 feet per turn. I am like
Yeah, I know.
I'm like
Which
going
direction?
through the in between the
Laser,
Ice and
or-
Helm. Yeah, I go on like over here, down here, around that tree, back up there, maybe up there, skirting around. I'm just gonna lose. I'm just gonna keep. No one can catch up to me, so I'm just gonna lose them.
Yes. So as hold this, as you essentially begin to chase Yurden with his stubby little legs, he looks like Speedy Gonzalez, just going through the alleyways and around trees and just moving so quick. Not as quick as he usually moves because of his stubby little legs, but fast enough to lose you until eventually Yurden goes out of sight and you end up over here, not really knowing where he went.
Old man. Can't that old. Just start marching back towards the ship.
Okay.
You're gonna walk
Stomp.
all the way back to the ship? Okay.
Well, actually,
I think the ship is a long way off because we walked
Yeah,
here,
it's a
didn't
good
we?
hike
Or
off.
did we?
There's a port in this town.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's just on. Yeah, that's right. It's over here.
It's just not on the map. It's just like a little bit like to the east here somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Jordan, you lose your tail and you do your thing. Where do you want to go?
I'll head back to the center of town near the Alfaith Shrine and see if I can find Valdis or Hanbun or anybody.
As you look on the road over here, you don't see any of your. You see Hrain and the cleric here, or yeah, you can just about see them if you're to move here. They're talking to the priest still.
Okay. Well, I do still have this fancy ass goblet. So, I remember Kiki talking about this place where there was fancy stuff, so I'm ahead of in there.
Okay. Kiki, did you conclude your business in
I believe
Helleborg?
I have. I sold me vase, but not the tapestry, which I thought was the one that costed more, but apparently it was the vase he wanted. So I have this stupid tapestry here. I don't need it anymore, I don't think, but I got me coin.
Okay. Anything you want, or as you're exiting the building.
Exiting the building, just tossing
All right,
a handful of silvers in my hand.
and you see Jordan.
He looks the same as always, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Whatever
good.
do you mean? I always looked like this.
Like all this, where you been? You disappeared again, haven't you?
Wait, Aldous or Jordan?
Oh, Jordan.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. Don't hit me, Father.
Yeah, just
This time.
exploring, doing retcon. I ran into some interesting people. I ran away from some interesting people. So that was fun. Ran into Aldous, not sure where she went, but had to take care of some stuff first. How's it going in here? You able to offload that ugly vase?
Yeah, I was able to get rid of that thing. thing. Happy to have the space in the bag, and I actually got a pretty nice bit of coin for it. Also, not so sure about the tapestry,
Nice.
but
Really? I mean, we got that. We had a very high regal a member of royalty sell us that, but practically gave it away. I would think anybody would want that.
oh yeah, but he wasn't very in the amount to pay for the full cost of it. So I've decided to see if I could find
Wow.
someone better.
Right, right. Understandable. I mean, your object is only worth as much as your clientele.
Exactly. Can't be
Exactly.
needing some coin myself, seeing as how, Stürmkrag, silver and gold seems to be absolute shite here.
Oh yeah, we're all poor. I had a house. I had a town. Now I'm dirt poor.
But tell me, what exactly have you gotten yourself into this time?
Oh, that's actually a conversation I ought to have with you in a little bit. Maybe we can get all this here. We can all talk to it together. Learning new stuff about the world. I don't want to repeat things.
He looks at him
Uh, uh,
suspiciously.
but I think he went back to
Right?
the. But I think he went back to the ships. Let me see if I can sell this schmuck my goblet. Then I'll come hang out with you. Okay.
Alright, I'll go see how old this is doing in the meanwhile.
Hey,
Can I
you shopkeep.
Can I
The
see,
guy with the ponytail.
Wait, no, wait, that's not Owlbear.
Hmm?
Kiki's going back to the ship to go look for all this, and I think Jordan is going into the clothier where Kiki was coming from.
Sure.
I think.
Okay. Jordan, you walk inside this shop, and like I had said, this is ran by a male human commoner. She's like, hello. What? My god, you really need a makeover. How can I help you?
A nice ponytail, man. I gotta say, it really suits you.
Well, thank you. What may I assist you with? Here to buy clothes, I would wager, as I can
Oh well,
smell.
I actually came into the possession through my poor aunt passing away. I came into a possession of some more higher tier items, but I need to sell them off so I can pay for her funeral. Would you be of any interest about these things?
I would if I had the coin. The last patron that came in here just took all the coin I had.
Oh, god damn it. She showed you her legs, didn't she? They're really quite impressive. Stronger men are falling quicker.
Sure.
Don't beat yourself up for it too much.
Oh my god,
Totally. But yes, I have fine clothes here to sell. If you need.
Hey, that's kind of interesting. See, I'm a bit of a traveling merchant, and there are different times when you need to sell to like the poorer types. You need to sell to the more high high of upper class individuals such as yourself, but I don't always have the right materials on me. Would you happen to have any sort of equipment that would help me with that? I'm trying to buy a disguise kit and see if he might sell the parts needed.
Mm, 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 mm. Let me see. Well, all to sell here are the latest fashion in the Three Kingdoms of how the aristocrats of Caliban wear their mark. I have here all sorts of clothing. I have clothing for traveling, fine clothing for an occasion, special occasion. I have a few costumes available for those aristocrat balls and parties, and common clothes too.
Um, well, do you have? Let me pique your interest here. I'm looking for a cloak that is reversible and has one design on the inside and one design on the outside. Do you have anything like that?
Not at hand. But I could weave such an item for you for a price.
Yeah, maybe like a basic, traveler's brown cloak, such as the one that I'm wearing now. And then on the inside, maybe like a nice, more, um, maybe like a deep red, maybe
Hmm.
some inlaid, a silver filigree, to make it look a little bit fancy. You know what I'm talking about. You don't always want to get your nice stuff dirty. You don't always, you don't want to have to carry two coats to go to a fancy ball.
Yes, yes, I totally understand what you are going for here, my good sir. I could weave or have something of the like weaved for you if you have the coin to pay such endeavors.
Well, that depends. How much would you charge me, fine sir?
So you would like sort of like clothes to travel.
So, something that would be light enough to travel in often while also carrying
Okay.
a level of regalness to it. Yeah.
Yes, um, I could have such an item weaved with um, gathering the materials from the land as I have my sources. And I have a weaver on site that could do such a thing. We can come to an agreement of 9. Hmm. Well, there is also the taxes, the freaking. We'll call it one uh, golden dragon.
Hmm. hmm. Interesting. How about I leave you my coat and you can stitch the other onto the inside. We'll call it half price, 5 silver draken.
I don't deal in used items. I'm afraid, sir. I am here to sell the finest quality of clothes weaved from my establishment.
So you can't hem a coat.
I just won't take used clothes as currency.
Well, I'm not selling you the clothing. I'm just saying I can supply half of the material, being my own cloak, and so you wouldn't have to spend as much money
Yes,
in your own pocket.
I understand what you are going. What is your name, sir?
Jordan.
Jordan. Mr. Jordan, I understand what you are trying to put at the trading table here, but I also hope that you see the value in my trade and how I make a living. Um, and I have to keep faith here in Onderlag, and it's just how I function. It is how I do my profession. I don't have a shortage of fabrics to work with. I have my own fabrics, which I already have the connections for. So can we settle for a golden dragon or 10 silver dragons? And I will have this weaved for you in whatever pattern and color that you wish in no more than a week maximum.
A week? But are you gonna have to go through and take all my measurements or anything, or just more of a one size fits most type deal?
Yes, I will have to take your measurements as is per, just to get it fitted onto you just right.
I do go through many different developments, and that could definitely change the amount of layers that I'm putting on. Could you make it so that there'd be a leeway in sizes? You know, like it doesn't have to be of an exact tight fit, but sometimes while I have 4 layers on and I just can't put the damn thing on after that. You know how it is.
So you would want it to be a little baggy? Is that
Yeah.
what you're trying to say?
It would definitely come in handy a lot more in the more cold and less temperate and environments such as this.
So you want this project to also be used for cold weather.
Well, not so much as it being cold weather material, but just if I can put on a bunch of layers, then I want this to still fit.
Yeah, so baggy.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
yes, yeah, I could perform such a adaptation into this project for no extra charge.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Sure. How about I give you 5 silver now and 5 when I get the coat? But I can try it on a van person. Seems only fair.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Okay. I will hand over the 5 silver dragon.
Okay, he takes the coins like, okay, I would just need to perform some basic measurements and write them down. And it should take about a week.
All right. No, me and my gang should be around here for that long.
Is there any sort of pattern you want or color?
You can kind of go nuts to your own of idea. I was thinking, for the outside, maybe like a nice a walnut brown, something that'll, that I won't stand out too much. Because sometimes you just got to get through those crowds without everybody wanting,
Okay,
to
he
look at
takes
what
a
you got.
quill. Walnut brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then on the inside, I was thinking something a bit more regal, but not too ostentatious, if you catch my drift. Maybe a nice royal blue or a dark red, whatever your inspiration
Royal
hits.
blue. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure.
Maybe some silver filigree been there, here and there. Really just go nuts with whatever you have in mind. I would love to see what you create.
Sure. I will take this.
And if anyone asks me where I got such a beautiful coat, I will tell them. What is your name again, sir?
I appreciate your honesty. I am fucking uh Helver Tarnlar.
Helver Tardnar. Wonderful.
Yes.
So, if
Putting that into-
anywhere, in my long and far travels, if anyone asks me where I got such an ostentatious coat, I will tell them, Helver Tarnar of Unalag, the best seamster and proprietor of fine goods I have ever met.
Oh, you will be making a friend for life, I assure you.
Well, thank you very much, Helver. I'll be back in a couple days to see how the progress is going.
Yes. Have a good day.
You too.
As he's doing that, Kiki, eventually you arrive at the longship that is docked, and you see Oldest there just talking to the crew, or what did you want to do in the longship, Aldous?
What do with y'all? Yeah, I'll just speak chat.
Okay. So yeah, you see Aldous talking to the crew. What do you want? What do you guys want to talk about?
How blasted hot this weapon is. Too damn hot
Oi.
for it.
All this,
Oh.
what you up to?
Oh, look. Did you see Jordan by any chance?
Yeah, I ran into him as I was leaving the, fancy clothes shop. What do you ask?
Were his pants still on fire?
No, I don't think they ever were. Are you okay?
Yes, I
Just
did
to
speak with...
clarify all this, I was building up a lot of smoke and dust from running. I was not on fire. Just so you know. I just want to make sure that was clear. I wasn't on fire.
Yeah. He was just leaving a trail of dust as he sprinted.
Alright. Either way,
You're right
regardless.
there,
Before
Aldous.
people call
You
a
need to have a
burn
sit
unit.
down.
I am fine. But I did figure out some information that may help us and something as to what that blasted blue obelisk is. Whatever it.
Oh, really? Do tell me. I'm quite intrigued.
It has something to do with what we found out about these cultists here on this strand.
Matt,
Do
you have push to talk on?
I do not.
Okay, just go to your user settings and then lower your sensibility.
Yeah, it's cutting you off like mid-word a lot.
Yeah.
Lower, so I need to increase it then.
Lower it.
You need to lower.
Wait, well,
You need to lower it so that way more sound gets
yes.
through.
Yes. I know what we were trying to get across, but it was not brain was not
sound better.
cooperating.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's give this a try.
Okay.
Take 2 action.
Take 2. I did find something out in regards to what might be regarding to this blue obelisk that we found. It seems like it may be resulting in these cultists that we heard about at the House Blade, whatever that place was, that we came across on the way here. These cultists seem to be fighting, and they refer to them as the moats of their some sort of weakling god named Volt. just see Kilroy chuckling up in the background, but
A strike of lightning hits very deadly background.
Make a dexterity check.
Yep.
Make a sexy
Starts
save,
raining.
make a dexy save.
all right. But these they call themselves the moats. There's 3 of them. There's a shattering earth, rip coal, and sentient storms, which may have something to do with that light show that happened with when we put that mist into the obelisk.
Perhaps. I mean, it's a lead, if anything else.
Yep.
Where exactly?
Seems like
You know where to find these moats?
I don't off the top. I don't. But I do know that they are fighting with these other old cultists. Although there's been rumors of kidnappings. A few people are going missing here in the city. It may be in regards to these moats. It's a possibility, at least.
Hmm?
You know how cultists are. You do know how cultists are, right?
Kiki?
Yeah, sorry, give me a second.
Okay.
I'm sitting over here and the floor is cold. I'm shivering. And I'm feeling a breeze coming from the window.
Well, I don't know what to do.
By the way, now that you lower the sensitivity on your mic, it's picking you up flawlessly.
Beautiful.
You sound fantastic, my boy.
Yes, beautiful.
But we can't swap sides.
We can have all those snide remarks in 4K.
Weakling god.
Warm.
Taking a jab at the dungeon master.
Some miserable.
Some old Thor imposter.
He thinks he's Thor.
During the day.
Some Thor fanboy.
Yeah, there's so much I
Thor
wanna say.
clone.
In the morning.
He was there first.
Early in the morning.
Thor spawn! While Hanbun is dealing with things, Jordan.
Your god, Volt, a weakling, needs armor. My god, Thor, got married to a
Is
man,
armor.
killed him.
Jordan, as you step outside the clothier, you see those ravens still, and the gleaming spire that juts out of the horizon like a sword. Anything you want to do?
He's just gonna look up at him for a second. I know, I get it. It's pretty obvious, but I need to go get the other ones first, and then we'll see whatever the fuck is going on. It'd be selfish of me, really, to go follow the gods and not bring Aldous along. I mean, she would literally kill me that time. I get it. I get it. Listen, I get it. Okay, but I gotta go get them first. I can't go alone.
You see some commoners just walking on the road, just going, looking at Jordan, just like whipping his head to the side and conversing with faraway birds. They kind of say something in hushed tones and hurry away.
I'll send them after you. They know where you live.
One of them looks at you startled and dashes out of sight.
Yeah, I fucking hate this town. All right, I'm gonna go back to it.
As you go back,
Judgy assholes.
you see that Kiki has fallen into a. She's stunned.
I figured she was taking a nap.
You see Kiki has been held in stasis. She's probably doing wizard things or witch stuff, meditating. Her eyes roll back, but you do see you do see Oldis there, and the two of you lock gazes.
She must be doing her arcane recovery. So, hey, what's going on? Did you learn anything cool at that church?
Perhaps these. So apparently, remember how we heard about those cultists at that inn or whatever place it was with the library?
Oh yeah. They seem pretty paranoid about cult activity.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that those cults call themselves the moats of a god or something.
Oh, that's an interesting word to use.
It is, especially considering what that blue obelisk told us.
Sky Daddy, yes, go on.
Yep. Apparently, these moats worship this god they call Volt, who's part of their new kingdom, or their new gods, or whatever it was. There
Sounds like
seems
a
to be
bitch.
three,
Got it.
probably, but there are three. They're broken up into three brands: the moats of the shattering earth, the rip curl, the sentient storms. Which they seem
Wow.
to be fighting over some other cultists.
The cults have a cooler name than their actual god. That's actually pretty cool.
Sounds about right.
So we've got three different groups of people who all praise Voltorb, right? And So these are the people we're supposed to take the primal cores to?
It seems like it. If my assumptions are correct.
Well, that's part 2 of the puzzle. So I guess now we just have to figure out what the primal cores are and where they're at.
And where these cults reside.
Right. Well, I figure if we find the primal cores, it'll probably be like a big beacon to all those guys, and they might just pull up to us, you know? They'll be like, hey, you're not supposed to have those, and we'll be like, actually, Sky Daddy told us to get them for you, so here you go. And there we go, we're done in one day, you know? Nice and easy. But,
You know, things never go that easy, Jordan.
hey, who knows? Um,
Especially when the
something
gods are
happened,
involved.
Something went on while you guys were in there hanging out with the priest or whatever. That hope that Hun Bun can come out of this stage, and I hope that Kiki can come out of this stage so we can talk about it because some pretty crazy shit happened.
What did you do?
Well, it's less what I did and more of what I stopped from happening. So, I was minding my business, exploring a building, you know.
We probably wait for Kiki. Or...
Yeah, I'll be waiting.
I'm back.
But either way.
Oh, perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Oh my god, flawless, Kiki.
She is a wizard.
She's actually a wizard. Maybe a witch, burner.
No
Okay,
one? What are you guys talking about?
Don't worry.
As she comes back from her status.
Glad you're done recharging. Valdis was just we were just talking about the stuff we've been doing today, and I was just sharing some interesting stuff that happened to me a little bit earlier.
Told him about those
you wanted to
cultists.
talk about that later. So I guess you're talking about it now. Continue.
Right. So my own business, checking out the town. You know, what we were told to do, and I found this place. It's like an inn, and I went inside, grabbed, you know, taking a nice nap. You know, maybe asking around. I overheard. Well, firstly, there was this weird room that had like guards in it, and I was like, "What the heck? There's people guarding this room." And then I snuck around to like check it out, and there was a devil worshiper in it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god, are you serious?
You know, like it's like the best thing that I can compare it to because they talked about it. I wasn't really sure what was happening, but the best way that I could connect it, you know, like the like giants that we all know about. You know, the guys who are the enemies of like the Aesir. They have weird magic. They make weird deals. Yeah, exactly. The Jotun, right? So this guy seemed to follow a Jotun of some kind, but this dude was weird. He was weird. That's on my level of weird. This guy he had like body parts falling off and stuff. He was wearing a bucket on his head. Really big weirdo, right?
Hold up, Matt.
What?
Oh, that hot air in my ear, man.
Sorry.
Your mic was picking up your breathing.
Yeah, sorry, I got up. I'm dealing with laundry right now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Just push the talk. There you go. Welcome, Kendra. I will switch to you.
Kendra!
But
No
continue.
Hello. Welcome.
A bucket
we only started like half an hour ago, so welcome.
Buckethead, go for it.
Right. So, this dude had like body parts falling off. He had like a bucket head on. They were talking about dragons, which one interesting. You know, apparently dragons are pretty common here and dying. So it wouldn't even be that weird if we found another one and killed it. Awesome. But this dude was saying, I can make a call. I can talk to my guy and he can work out a deal. You know, he's all super powerful He may just have this weird
Right.
sort of deal going on, right? And then he pulled out this like weird stone and he like activated it, and then it lit up, and he started talking into it like a fucking lunatic. But
Oh
he was
my God.
responding.
Oh
He was
my
responding as if he was being talked back to. And then he like hung up, and then he put it away, and then
God. Oh my
I
God.
stole it. I
Y-
freaking stole it.
You
First
stole
off-
it. You stole it.
This
I
guy had a
just stole
bucket
it.
on his head,
Yes.
and you stole his rock.
Listen, you can look at it. It's got weird shit on it. It's magical. I could feel it. Kiki, I tell you, when I held it in my hand, I felt something. This land has some weird magic, and they talk to weird Jotun-like forces. They seem powerful. This guy sounded like he was talking about a really big dude. He had
Let me see that stone you got there.
yeah. Here, he'll reach into his pocket and pull it out.
What
All
does
right.
this stone look like?
So the stone is and Pi. Read your DMs while I do this.
Yeah.
As you see the stone, it's black, like charcoal black, and it has some weird fissures onto it, like of a orangey, sickly color. And the stone has a face on it that has been painted. It is a horned, fiendish-looking creature that is bearing its fangs. I will put it in campaign OOC for you guys to look.
Ryan, look at that crazy fucking shit. You can't tell me that ain't fucking. There's some weird stuff going. But either way, so when I was hanging out listening to him, I noticed that they had a wagon that had like a big covered hood on top of it, and it's still over there. I don't know where they are, but they kind of fucked off and stopped looking at me. But there's a wagon over there. I think we should steal it, or at least look in it, because these guys were talking about some serious stuff. I did my best. Thank you, boss. Right. But they talked about a bunch of stuff that I have no idea what it is. They talked about somewhere called Avernus, which is where this being is from. And when they talked about it, the one who seemed more like a holy person was not down for that at all. So I think that's like their underworld. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it seemed the opposite of good, right? Understandable. Everyone seemed on edge. They were talking about dead friends and dragons and shit. There's some high tier stuff. And I want to look in that wagon.
Oh yeah, you telling me they're dealing with like big shit, big shit.
This sounds like pretty big shit, yeah.
Then what the fuck are they bothering with being around here for in this lousy town?
They grouped up here and they talked about within this week traveling to somewhere called like Westwood or Westboro or something west. So I'm guessing they're going west. I have no idea, but they are leaving within the week to go to that place. So we only have a couple days before they leave, because they're leaving so they can go meet up with the guy who he called on this rock.
Well,
Oh my god, I don't like this.
I don't like this either. It's
Oh,
possible
well.
that you may have just found one of our cults.
Perhaps
Jordan?
they
Oh
did.
yes.
Because
They called themselves a cult. Their guard called them the cult of featherlings. He said, "Do not mess with the cult of featherlings." And I said, "What the
featherling.
heck is that? Are you guys like birds or something?" And he said, "That's of no concern to you." And he shooed me away. But there is 100% a cult in this town, or just around this town. But they're the cult of featherlings. And no, that's not any of the mults, but there's some weird shit.
No. Oh no.
But they were in this
What?
town. Aldous, you may have seen it. Aldous, when you were in there, was there someone who got on a horse and left the altar as fast as they could?
Not
As
that I
a matter of
remember.
fact, while you were talking to the priest, you did see someone in traveling clothes. It looks like a courier of sorts. Got on the horse and fucking bolted
So yes, I
to the
did.
stable. Yeah, you did.
That guy was concerned with this. I know that for a fact. I don't know how. I think that that the holy woman spoke to him, maybe handed him off something to go do. But that guy seemed in a real big hurry.
Damn,
But,
these guys must be weak. They
but all
can't
I
even keep
know,
all these clothes from popping up.
but all I know is that there were two guards. There was the weird man who, like I said, like pot on the head is already weird. Listen to me, okay? Okay. The holy woman bitch slapped this guy, and his head fell off his body, and he
What?
kept talking. He kept talking. His body was walking around. I almost threw up. Okay, I
What?
I still have a bit of motion sickness. That's why I couldn't talk to you all. Just I was bent over holding my lunch in my mouth. It was disgusting. And then they freaking, okay, I got a little bit greedy. I tried to steal more things and they found me and then I ran away. But they didn't see me. They didn't see me. All they saw was my hood, so I'm fine. They never caught up to me. Everything's good. They gave up pretty quickly. They were either super tired or just lazy. I don't know. But I want to go
Either
see
way,
what's in
you
that
pissed off
wagon.
the cult.
Yes, I discovered a cult. I survived the cult. There was a dude there who was dead but not dead at the same time. There's a chick there who had some level of magic and was really horny about violence. I think she has a pet dragon who's now dead.
Even
Then there was
more,
the-
even
and
more
the-
than Ryan.
more than me. And then then there was the holy woman, who seemed actually pretty chill, but also she was the one who found me and almost killed me. So, you know, maybe like a weird balancing act of chillness there. I don't know. But there is a wagon that is around there that I think we should go check out. It was right next door. I'm surprised you didn't see it all. There was a lot of shit going on. There was magic being thrown around and shit. I had to summon that weird tentacle thing again just to survive.
Jordan here has quite a bit of a point. This is quite the interesting encounter we found, lads. I say
You
we
can
go
say
take
that
a
again.
look. And apparently they have a dragon. Or at least they did. Perhaps they have
Well, I
some
think the
skills
dragon's
that...
dead, but that means that they know where to find dragons.
If we can swipe some scales, we can make the forge or whatever it is what's in the ship happy.
I wonder how long they had this dragon, if it has gone through any molten phases. Perhaps we could find something.
I didn't see a body, but who knows? There may be a dead dragon in that fucking cart. But there's only way
Skills all we need.
to, because they were talking about. Okay, listen. All right. Our faith and what they teach you and Stürmkrag and Battlefloyd, all that, they don't really have a lot of this information, but of what they said, and if it seemed true, because they seem pretty serious. Okay, so like there are mythical beings such as the one who lives in this rock or talked through this rock and lives in whatever the fuck Avernus is, who can bring souls back from the dead and stuff them into stuff. So
House's eyebrows are gonna shoot up at that.
Yes. More than just like, a person fell over, bringing them back up or healing them or like whatever. This seemed like a dragon was very, 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 super, very dead. And they seemed super serious and super normal about the fact that it could no longer be like that. So there's some weird magic going on here.
Well, that leaves me quite intrigued. Perhaps we could find more about it.
The power of hell. Alice is gonna mutter.
It sounded worse than hell. I mean, right? Hell is kind of chill, a little antisocial. This sounded evil.
Oh no, your backstory, Oldest. You got a bone to pick with hell.
Kilroy's got the face that I'm
Oh
feeling
yeah,
right
I
now.
do.
I mean, I can't really speak for her. I've never met the woman, but the vibes these people were putting out seemed worse. I would literally rather talk to Loki for a straight 5 minutes straight than deal with whatever the fuck these people were talking about. Let me tell you, Loki's an annoying son of a bitch.
I can believe that.
He always wants to be the center above attention. It's really super annoying. You're like, I'm trying to survive, literally bleed to death. He says, hey, you want to have a knife fight? He's a dick. He's a total dick.
Okay, what do you guys do? Anything? Any conclusions drawn from that?
Kendra, do you have anything you want to add?
Let's see, Gordon got himself in trouble fighting what he later learned was a cult. And we're gonna investigate. Yeah, I think we should be okay with that. That's actually probably more encouraging than the majority of things that Jordan has asked us to do. I mean,
I am trying to be a team player, but also I think we can steal more stuff, and I think there's a corpse of a dragon in that fucking wagon.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can take it. There was only 3 of them, and one of them seemed like he was not there, like, of his own convenience. He seemed more like a prisoner. The one who was, like, falling apart with his head laying on the freaking ground when he was having a conversation, that guy seemed a bit more, like a prisoner, so maybe it'll only be 2 people. That sounds pretty easy to deal with. Not with just little old me. I was just there to steal some shit,
Kendra's gonna reinterpret pretty much everything you just said as, you need not be humble, friend Johan. I can see it in your eyes. You seek to liberate this poor dragon that is
Johan.
to have fallen prey to this devilish cult.
I seek
I am with you.
I seek to clear this town of this devious cult of evil and see retribution made. Dear cleric Kendra, will you help me? Will you raise your sword?
You have my shield.
Aldous, will you raise your spear?
Aye.
Legs, you want to go help me rob these people?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right, let's fucking go.
All right. You guys are going to the stables near the swinging swords.
To wherever I saw that covered wagon.
Yeah. All right. You trail through town, and eventually you find the 3-story building that is the swinging swords. Outside the building itself, across from it, about over here, if you look on the map, this little blue area here, that's the stables. So you guys, do you want to come through this way, or do you want to go around the outside?
Well, I can tell you that they were in a room that was over there to like the northwest, and there's an exit out of the straight north, and I believe an exit out of the straight east, or out of the straight south. So like going this way, might be okay. We might want to go all the way around, but These guys were pretty quick to want to fight, so just to let you. They're
So
like
we all-
blind as bats, though. I straight up sat in a door, in a fucking window for like 10 minutes while they sat and monologued straight back and forth, and no one ever saw me. I honestly
Okay,
probably
so-
could have killed at least one of them.
My question is, are you guys going in through the front or are you trading around the back?
probably be better to trade around, I would think. I don't know what the
I
others think.
think the
Yeah.
back, not the most obvious path. Path
Yeah.
would be.
Alrighty. As you
We're all
guys,
rogues today. Oh my god, all day.
Oh god, he classed enlarged on herself.
as
Oh, this is a
you
dragon.
guys trail around the back of the swinging swords and you come to the stables, you see there is one. You hear a male voice. Go ahead. Gosh darn it! I can't believe that they are making me here to take care of their horses, and I don't even get paid for this. Some sort of punishment or something, just because I slept with that noble, and now I have to shuffle shit and brush the horses and oh, you just hear this as you're you guys keep your back to the wooden fence off the stables. What do you guys want to do?
I think that's one of their guards. I think they only had 2, but they may have more.
Sounds more like just a simple stable boy.
Sounds like you got punished for something. Doesn't
Now
sound too
listen.
happy with them.
Now listen, this guy seems pretty tired of this job. We can liberate him of his position. Quite
Suppose-
forcefully.
Yoran, does that involve stabbing him to death or something?
I mean, it does. I mean, not necessarily. I could shoot him if you'd like, or I could stab him. I'm really cool with whatever.
can
You
try
guys
and keep
just
us
want to scare him
discreet.
off? You do whatever you
We can
want.
just scare him off. You could do that thing you
Okay.
did last time on the boat.
Yeah. I could maybe do that. See, here's the thing: is that takes a lot of energy to conjure that up, and I have about 2 more of those before I'm done for a week.
Well, you actually have one because you already used one.
Yeah, but that was back on like the boat like weeks ago, so I already
No,
got a
you-
long rest after that one.
You used one when you were running away. Remember? You cast silent image.
I casted it in that hallway,
Yeah.
but I only casted a bit once, so I still have 2 more first level spell slots.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I could do that.
Almost done with shuffling hay. Then I can go have a drink or something. You see him
that
get.
works. We can just wait a minute.
You hear him take a pitchfork and.
All it seems is, well, perhaps we could just distract and give him a little bit of free time from his job, just long enough for us to get the thing.
Does anyone have any ale, Bonham?
Fortunately, I do
I have a
not. I'd probably
pineapple.
drink it.
How is a pineapple gonna help us right now? About
I have stuff for tea.
my water skin is full of very, very strong Butterfly and liquor, but I don't really want to share it.
Well,
I mean,
then
we can
someone
just
could
wait him out
invite
until
him
he's
for a
done, and
drink.
he'll just leave.
Could give him a few extra coins to go take the day off early. Tell him that we know that he's got short in the stick from his bosses.
Right. They'll be looking for a guy in a cloak, so Aldous, how about you handle this? You-
Perhaps
yeah.
that's not the best idea here.
You've got a flirtatious
Yes.
vibe about you, I bet you had some wild college days.
How about
I
Kendra?
did not.
Kendra could go. I think Kendra would work on anybody.
Oh, you're are you serious?
She'd
This
probably
will
draw
not
the
go well.
least.
Kendra's perfect for the job.
Either Kendra or you. Either
Ah,
Kendra or you. Dragonborn don't seem to be liked here very much.
Yeah, I forgot.
So that'll draw suspicion.
So you've got a race war going, but I specifically stole from these people 2 hours ago. So maybe Kendra.
I think Kendra should go. She seems the most least conspicuous out of all of us.
I actually think it was 12 minutes ago. Time's been flying. Yeah. So I'm not poking my head out in front of nobody.
I mean, I can try. Will I be
Perfect.
successful? No, but
Kendra,
sure I can.
Just tell
listen,
him
you
you know you got to try the stick. Give him a
Are
few
you
coins.
guys sort of
and
like
no more
pushing
fishing problem.
Kendra
Yes.
to take
Kiki
the
is.
yeah, like
Kiki is.
listen,
slowly.
Kendra. You are a beautiful woman. You can wile the hell out of this guy. Take him for a drink. You can double back around later.
This guy way
I
worse.
mean, I suppose it was just a drink. I'm not. Okay. Oh
See,
boy, I
what
have.
all
can
you
tell
have to
him
do
about
is
our
just give him
gods.
multiple drinks while
Okay,
you only
so
drink one.
as you guys peer pressure and essentially shove her into this situation, Kendra, you are shuffled into the stable, and you see a kind of like a commoner essentially with just like a cotton shirt and like leather trousers, um, with like a blonde short hair that is scruffy, and he's got like dirt in his cheek and whatnot, and brown
Sexy
eyes,
stable
and
boy.
he is shuffling hay for the horses.
Oh gosh.
I
Um.
my mom had this romance novel. I think.
Hello.
Hush, hush, Jordan.
What? Um.
I
Good
have an
meeting you.
idea of how I could
What
approach.
takes you to the stables?
Oh, he's approaching me.
I mean, did you want to stealth towards him?
No, it wasn't. No. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I had to. Okay. Oh, it's easier then.
So
Oh,
as you come into his peripheral vision, he beckons you.
Hello, sir. I'm sorry. I'm new in town. I'm in search of a bar. You see, just seeking a drink to whet my thirst after days traveling.
Well, the bar is in the big three-story buildings across from the stables, unless you want to drink horse water, or the water that horses have drank from.
You have some wit to you. Thank you. Did you happen to, um, my father always said a drink always tastes better when you have someone to share it with. Would you happen?
Kind of looks over your shoulders like, are you asking me to have a drink with you?
I mean, if it wouldn't be too much out of your way, I'm sorry.
Okay, let me, by the way, I'm Vom, Vom Shask. Yes, he kind of counts the copper coin, well, the bronze drachms in his palm, and then clutches them shut and goes, yes, I could go for a drink. I mean, let me just quickly finish up. And he begins shuffling hay faster, and then embeds the pitchfork on the dirt, dusts himself off, and goes, what is your name? You dress. What kind of armor do you have, by the way?
Breastplate armor, I believe.
What? She's like, whoa, that is a fine armor piece that you have. And a tie.
Thank you.
And your
Why are
accent
you
is
staring at my breastplate?
I'm told I'm told it accentuates my finer features. And she's gonna do the slight like she's not even like the hair flip and the chest bump thing.
What are you trying to? Are you just trying to like excite him?
Not a seduction, more like
He's a priest of Freya.
I didn't say the word seduction. I just said
I'm about to do.
you're trying to excite him, right?
Freya is the goddess of
perhaps
hot girl summer.
He kind of like looks at you like, okay, we can go for a drink. We can go for a drink. A drink. Because A, I don't have a lot of coin with me, and B, I don't have a lot of coin with me. So why don't we, Kendra? He kind of extends his hand with the palm facing out for you to take his hand.
Jordan.
Kendra's gonna do the almost what's the debonair thing where you take the hand like kind of nervously, like she's not used to it because she really isn't, but she's trying her best.
You rest your hand on his palm, and he begins to lead you away. And we'll leave that for a bit. What are you guys doing? As you're hearing this,
Well, wait, what Kiki wanted to do a thing.
I guess is the
Kiki wanted to do a thing. Whilst they were talking, Kiki was gonna whisper over to Jordan. It's like, "Hi, Jordan. Think you could do a little thing? Here. Here's 5 silver coins or whatever the fuck they call them. Here, see if you can send that into her pocket."
into whose pocket?
I'm gonna mage hand Ledgerman, reverse pickpocket 5 silver into Kendra.
Make a sleight of hand check. What's your passive perception, Kendra?
My passive should be, I think, 14. Yeah, 14.
Okay, that's your DC. If I don't know if you're trying to slip this in without her knowing.
I mean, I don't see a reason why she would necessarily need to have this hidden from her. But I mean, sure, she's not going to react badly.
I was asking. Hold on a second. I was asking the rogue if he is slipping this in. If the idea is to slip this in without her knowledge, or the opposite.
Or are you trying to put it in his?
Her knowledge, I do not want him to know that anything is.
Yeah, so there is no roles needed for that. Then you can just position or like chart a course with the mage hand so that it's like out of sight. And Kendra, you feel a disturbance in your pocket, your coin pocket, your coin pouch.
Pouch.
Oh, okay, that's the way you're gonna phrase that.
You didn't have to say a disturbance.
I had to.
No, he didn't. He just wanted to.
Your fanny pack has been disturbed.
Kendra's just gonna blush and sort of like just kind of like chuckle it off, like, oh, I should not be the person doing this.
Yeah. Okay. So that happens, and
I am so proud of her.
Good job. Good job, Kendra. Good job, Keg.
What's all this Jordan, and Kiki doing?
We are all sitting here going.
Yeah, thumbs up, fist bump.
That's my fucking girl. That's my cleric. Okay, let's go see what the fuck is in this.
All right, let's get that wagon.
All right, we're gonna go take a peek about that wagon. Let us cool off for a sec.
The tarp, you take a peek at what's under the tarp.
Is there a dead dragon?
A full-on red dragon wormling that is lifeless. Kiki, you know, as a wizard, you know that even the bones, the scales, every essence of what makes up a dragon is magical. You're looking at like a small mountain of components.
Wow, looky what we found, my lads. She's
It's a
out.
dragon
There's a
corpse.
wide face smile on her face as she's looking at this dragon. Oh my god, conflicted. I'm so fucking conflicted from this, goddammit.
I have never been more proud of myself than in this very moment.
It's a dead dragon. Why are you so proud?
Because
know.
we're gonna feed this to our fucking ship.
Fair enough.
I've never even seen a fucking dragon before. Is this what a
Look
dragon
at
looks
this
like? It's kind of
beauty.
small.
Ah, it's a young one. It doesn't matter as long as it's a dragon.
Right, okay. Are there horses in the stable?
Yes, although they're not attached to the wagons. They're like in their pens.
Can we hitch them up?
You can try.
Yeah, I mean, I worked in the fields of Batterfly. I've probably hitched up a workhorse or two. I feel like it's not that. It's not that horrible.
Is it similar
I'll
to
try to-
hitching a ram?
I would assume it's the same thing. It's just bigger. It's just like 8 times the size. Well, but no, because your rams are like the size of horses, right?
Think.
like
They're
really big
giant
fucking-
rams, which are, I believe, medium creatures. Let me double check.
I think a horse would still be a medium creature. It's not like 10 feet tall.
Horse is a large creature, actually.
Is it?
It has to be.
Actually,
Because the mounting rules say you have to be
that's
size
right.
small.
Yeah. But it has to be large
Oh,
to be mountable.
Giant goat is a large beast, so
There you
about the
go.
same size category.
All right, Kiki, you take over. Shit.
Sure, I can give it a shot. I said
Wait, when did you get this experience in your backstory?
I didn't. That's the thing.
Okay. Yeah.
well,
I
haven't I've dealt with horses before, haven't I?
You, because I think your
I was there
order
during the
actually-
crossing. I was there during the crossing of the forest.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there were a lot of. Well, there weren't really. There were like a lot of horses. You're also a child, but later in your paladin training of Freya's Valkyries, they rode on giant boars. So, if anything, you have the most experience. You're probably
Yes.
oldest
Oh, yeah.
as your character. You know that you are pretty comfortable with doing this, and you can do it without a hick.
How many horses is this how many horses does this wagon need? Just one, or
You can do it with just one, but there's room for 2. Yeah, just 2, because that's all they got. Like the ram fucking thing that you attach the stuff
tongue?
towards.
you have the
Yeah.
tongue of the wagon? Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Alright.
it can only hold 2 at the moment.
All right.
Awesome sword, by the way, Pi. I'm so jelly. Buy me a. What do you want to do?
We are going.
Pez was asking
All right.
about it. That's why I was showing it off.
Hey, bring 2 of those horses over here. I'll get one. One of you get the other. I'm gonna walk over and do
Jordan
they have
is
anything
gonna
on them?
approach one. Whoa, boy! Whoa! Easy, easy.
Yes, Otis.
They
You're
have-
trying to. Sorry.
Do they have the bits and bridles and all that with them, or?
Yeah, it's kind
they?
of like
Alright.
I mean I personally never been to a stable myself, but I would imagine they would be like over the division between the pens.
Gotcha. All right. I'm going to grab the stuff and slip the bridle over the head
Yeah,
of
You
first
do
horse as
it.
it goes into troubles.
it
Alright.
just happens. You can.
Alright.
You're pretty comfortable. You can do this.
Okay.
Me as a DM, I'm telling you, you can just do it without
'Cause-
rolls
okay.
needed. There is no chance of failure.
Excellent. So I'm gonna toss everything up, cinch up any straps, and then grab him the bridle, start moving it towards and position it in the tongue of the wagon, and before
Poor
pinning it up
Magalu.
and hooking it up.
Poor Magalu. We're serving his fucking dragon.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So while that's going on and you guys are ready to fuck off,
I'm gonna have
Kendra,
to DM him later and then apologize.
Oh God.
you walk into the tavern and there are patrons there, and he kind of leads you into the counter. He's like, 2 ales, 2. And then he kind of slouches. He kind of like leans on the counter, runs his hair through his fingers and slicks them back, and is like, so begins unnecessarily flexing his commoner biceps, like, so,
And
yeah, what are you doing? What takes you? What brings you to Underlog?
like I said, I do a lot of travel. I do work for the church. You see,
That's so noble. Such a noble cause. Take this way.
She will not start drinking quite yet, but she'll truthfully, I'd rather know more about you, sir. I mean, I can't help but notice you have a impressive physique. Surely you must be some.
I'm sorry, we shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry, kid.
I'm sorry. This is good. I love it.
While I can work a pitchfork very well. I have a lot of torque in these fingers, and he kind of like flexes them like this.
Oh my!
I have a very strong grip, and he pulls his sleeves back, and then like you see like a hench forearm. It's like with veins and shit, and it's cut like in the middle. It's like yeah, I can really
Plow?
work a pitch in a tight spot if I can really drive it into the mound and then pivot it. It's he pulls up the other one. It's very hard work. It's us commoners, we have a lot of manual labor, Gonna actually fucking.
I can see it.
I just love seeing Kilroy try to flex with every muscle of his body.
And now
I
she'll
will
begin to
say that you have such a soft voice and such a noble heart. Why would someone of your tier take interest in someone so humble as myself? That takes another sweet.
Wow, so humble as himself, he says. Wow.
Well, see,
You can really tell how humble.
I'm not going to deceive you. My intentions aren't all as pure as the rest of me. But you see, there's an old rumor about men that work with horses. They say that their work with horses endows them in more ways than one.
What are you trying to do right now? I need to know. What are you trying to do? Are you still trying to sleep with this commoner?
No, let's see. This is definitely, I think this is definitely how she would act with regards to this.
Totally.
Although it's probably a lot more innocent than I'm making it.
Oh, really?
She's going to do the everything but move. The what's the phrase? It's like second base but not third.
He is going to close the distance between you two, taking a few steps closer, so you guys are literally like a palm away, like from each other. And you can almost feel the warmth of his breath as it begins. Make an insight check, please.
Y'all need to start taking shots.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Kendra, you are way too sober for this. And this is like Kendra's first time, and she's like, I read this in my mom's book. I don't know what I'm doing.
Mom's book only says that you can be in missionary position. Every other position is against the Lord.
Right.
Well,
Did you make the roll?
I'm looking for the chat. Where do you roll again? Oh wait, we do it in. That's right. For some reason I keep forgetting. I was looking for a roll channel for some reason.
Are you proficient in insight?
I might be. I'm looking. Oh yes, I am.
Let me check.
It is. I am. 16.
Yeah, you know that his heartbeat is rising uncontrollably. As he moves closer to you, he's like, wouldn't you... Well, I mean, if that is what piqued your interest, wouldn't you like to see it in practice?
Take your time, good horseman.
Oh, I will take my time, my dear. And he,
oh my god.
He like runs the back of his fingers against your cheek.
Oh my god.
Like, oh, I will take my time. Pinches your
Maiden's heart is so fragile. And then she'll take a sip.
Hold on.
Everyone's cringing.
This is text out of the Argonian Maid. This is literally the exact line. All in time, my dear. All in good time.
So like, as he's running the back of his fingers against your cheek and then pinches your chin a little bit, you begin to see a wagon with the mountain of the tarp over it, and I guess Oldest just going, yeah, like over the end's window.
Wait, he's doing what?
As I said, as he had brushed your cheek with the back of his fingers and pinched your chin, behind him, through a window, you see the wagon and your party members going away from the swinging swords.
Okay, so they're leaving now. Okay. Okay, how am I going to use this? Well, actually, there's only one option. I mean, I'm gonna have to... Let's see.
And he begins to, as he has your chin in his grasp, he begins to guide it, shall I say, to his own lips, going...
She'll try her best to resist this. She will return the kiss. But, she'll blush the entire time she does it.
She's gonna let it happen?
Yep, she'll let it happen.
Yeah, you got your lips lock, and he just gives you a soft kiss. No tongues, just a little peck, just a little. And then as you break away, you see his beautiful almond eyes staring at you from a very close proximity. What do you do?
Come on, Kilroy, don't be afraid to make it juicy.
Oh, what?
Don't be afraid to make it juicy.
Suck his dick.
I'm sorry.
Suck his dick.
Well, if you're gonna talk... no, she would literally not do... Well, Frey is weird.
What do you do, Kendra?
I mean, that's actually probably... Unironically, that's probably the furthest that she would go. Let's see...
As you are unsure, he...
Okay, I know exactly what to do. It's like, oh my goodness, oh, I'm sorry, something... Oh, my breastplate, it seems to be a little bit out of shape. Sorry. Something seems to be... And then she'll slowly kind of Like, oh, I'm sorry.
As you attempt to break away, you feel his arms go behind your back and then draw you in as your bodies clash. And now
Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
Leaving no room for Jesus.
My good sir,
He's like, come on.
Would you mind soothing mine aching pit?
Oh my god.
What
Oh
did
my
you?
god. Oh
What
my
did you
god.
say? Soothing
say?
your what?
My aching tit.
Aching tit. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
All right. Fade to black.
Yes, thank God. Oh.
Damage.
God.
I'm taking psychic damage.
Can I also take psychic damage? Oh my god.
Well done, Kendra. Well
Oh,
done.
Well done.
all
Kendra
we
got
did-
laid.
I'm
all we
sorry,
did
Gag, but
was
well
just-
done.
Hold on.
Hey, I mean,
That was not
here's
the
the thing.
intent.
I was going to go for like a no, but she wouldn't. I was like, no. Like I'm looking at the lore. Freya would literally like if I did shy away, she would literally be
You know
like,
what?
no, you go all the way. I'm sorry, no, you're not my cleric anymore. Bye. No,
You
no.
know what, Kendra? Being a cleric of the god of fertility, essentially, you can give yourself inspiration for playing your goddamn character so well.
Oh god, imagine.
Oh.
I have a
Dude.
fun little
Dude,
I have
we-
a fun little starter for group 2 when they fucking start the quest. They just hear
No,
on the next
no,
Coming back.
Miriani's too
Listen,
young for
regardless,
that.
listen,
Miriani's too young
we-
for that.
we sent Freya to go have drinks with a stable boy, and they hooked up before she even took a sip. She was like, "I've been on a boat for too long."
Okay. While that's going on, you guys have this wagon. I believe August can
That stable
drive
boy
the
got
wagon.
the wagon too. That stable boy got the fucking wagon.
Where do you take the wagon, August?
To the boat. Actually, oh no, going straight to the dock probably wouldn't be the best idea for unloading a dead dragon.
I mean, why not? No one else is offloading dragons. Can we actually fit it under our deck? Yeah, is the opening big enough?
Yeah.
We could just like roll it in there.
Yeah, a wormling is a medium-sized creature. Just about that.
Okay. All right.
I mean, like a couple above our rowers, like 4 of us could get it off.
Mm-hmm. All right then. Recompose ourselves after that insanity.
Can we please?
So
I
what?
need to-
Are you parking the wagon near the ship?
Yes.
Okay. You park the wagon. What do you
Yep.
do next?
Right. All right. I'm going to.
While
You
Ken's
too.
parking the wagon.
You two make sure that no one gets any ideas and starts snooping around. I'll get some of the boys. And she's gonna
Right.
hop off the wagon and march over and say, I need 4 strong men and a tarp.
Are you saying to the crew or to the?
To the crew, yes.
You see,
To the
like
crew.
immediately 20 hands. No, you know what? The whole crew puts their hand up. It's like, yes. Pick me.
I'm-
Pick me.
We have some good boys. Everyone likes audience participation.
One, I'm gonna point at 4 random ones and say, "You 4, come on, and don't say a word. Get that tarp, and then come to the wagon."
What's your rank in the ship again? You're the
I'm the healer, the doctor.
Yeah, the like medicine man one, right?
okay.
Yep.
In charge of morale. Yeah, sure. They they kind of follow your instructions, and what are you trying to do?
So the goal is to wrap up the corpse and then just carry it to the boat.
Okay. They kind of
Call in the wagon and wrap it up and say not a word about this until everything's secured in the ship, and I don't want any word getting out of this.
The wagon actually has a bunch of things in it.
Loot?
Um,
Man, everybody's dipping their hands in the honey pot today.
There's loot in the wagon.
No, I don't like this.
I'm trying to find where the handout is. Probably in the handout. Okay.
Great
no,
job, Cag, by the way. Wonderful job.
I mean, it says it right here. Freya teaches her flowers that whatever they do, it should be done with the utmost enthusiasm.
That's my cleric right there. Just in time, Chad Thundercock. Just in time.
All right. I can't find the handout.
It should be. I think I have
What's it
access
called?
to it. Hold on, let me look for it.
What handout are you looking for?
Oh, here we go. I got it.
Yeah, okay.
You find in this wagon 2 tents.
That's it.
Yes,
We didn't
2
have any
tents.
tents.
That's it.
Is
What
Apparently.
size? Well, what
Yeah, because
size are
I would imagine that the guys took the cargo and put it in their rooms. I don't want to be
Gotcha.
too harsh on players who are not even here and can't react to it. So I'm just gonna say there are just 2 tents in the wagon.
Okay.
What size are they? Are they single person, double?
There are
four-person?
2 2-man tents.
Okay. I better. I gotta get real friendly with at least one other person in the group.
Two-man tents.
Yes.
Total of 4.
What are you doing? Most importantly, what are you guys doing to the dragon? The dead dragon.
I say we should wait on a Kendra.
Yeah,
Kendra's
let's
gonna be
No, I
busy
don't know.
for.
I don't know how
Kendra's
many
gonna be
hours Kendra's gonna be gone.
I mean, that's real.
Well,
Okay,
let's
make
see.
a contact.
I mean, it's
She's
honestly,
gonna be
after-
busy. She's not there.
Yeah. End of the day.
She's
End of the day.
she's busy. She's busy.
Okay, Kendra immediately
she's
shifted
getting
to
busy.
feel like in Skyrim, the followers of Debella and Markarth. Like,
So,
our
Oh.
god teaches us to practice the more sensual levels of our faith.
I will ask again. What are you guys doing to the dragon?
I would
The
assume
dragon
we're just wrapping it. We're just wrapping it up in the tarp, so that way it looks a little bit less conspicuous than
Yeah.
for foreigners pulling out a dragon and
Sure.
bringing it in a boat.
Absolutely.
And I would assume that we just stow it for now. I don't.
So where?
We don't know
A
what's gonna
longship?
happen in the longship. Yes.
A longship doesn't have a below deck. It is just one deck
Right,
Okay.
and the
but
bit where the forge is.
isn't the forge below deck?
The forge is in the interior hull. It's not really a deck.
Does the
Okay.
interior hull have enough space so we can put it down there?
You could probably do it, although
Shove
you
it under one
probably
of the.
need a crane in order to do it properly. Because imagine this: there's a 10 by 10 section of the top deck with a cube of a space. Directly under it is a 10 by 10 radius forge. In order to do this correctly, you probably need a crane.
Okay.
I guess we just put it
So
on our
then-
top deck and just keep it covered up and
Just shove it under one of the benches for now until we get a
Sure.
better opportunity to experiment with what it does to the forge. Cause
We need our captain.
yeah, Captain 2.
Okay, sure. You do that.
Okay. Just shove it underneath one of the benches and pile up a few.
Anything else you guys want to do? Or did you answer the wagon?
Well, that's an interesting question. We could take it back and probably have no one the wiser, or free wagon. And
Or we could
free
have
horses.
someone drive it. Or we could have someone drive it. That's an option too. Sink the wagon, keep the. Well, no.
We're gonna run about a river at some point, so
Yeah.
it could be useful, but also we could just put it back.
I can point to the long ship. Where are we gonna store the horses, though?
Fair.
Hey guys, free rations.
I mean, yeah. Fair.
Fair, but yeah, we can just take everything back and put it back before anyone notices.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that
okay,
what you
that's
guys are
course
doing?
of action?
Y'all
to
think that's
ask.
the best one?
I gotta ask. Does the wagon leave tracks?
Does the wagon leave tracks? Yes.
Has it been raining
yes.
recently?
Yeah, we take that shit back.
Yeah, we can just take it back.
Okay. You can do that.
Or we could have one of the guys, one of our lads, hightail it out of town with a wagon.
And then we lose one of our
And-
crewmates and the wagon.
No, just have him abandon it about a mile or so upstream, and then make his way back.
That's a pretty good plan.
Yeah, just have him
That
hightail
is
it.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, just have him hightail it out of town, like the hounds of hell are right after him, and then he just parks it off in some secluded place, cuts the horses free, and wanders back along the riverbank.
Well, if we wanted
Be gone for a max of 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
If we wanted to, I could head out there and just set the wagon on fire and let the horses just take it into the fucking beyond.
You best put some blood on that wagon too. Make it look like you got attacked.
Yeah. I mean,
Shut up,
there's
Pez.
already a dead dragon.
You're just a
but-
spectator.
There was a dead dragon in it, so it's probably like pretty coated in blood, right?
Coated in blood, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll grab the horses and the wagon. They're like, I'll be back soon. It'll be more of a walk. I'm gonna go ahead, maybe, I don't know, a couple miles of out of town. Be a good idea.
Okay. So, if you guys
Go
want
the
to do
opposite
that,
direction of the Ravens. Go the opposite direction of the Ravens, because that's where we're planning on going next, I think. Maybe.
Vadisam back south along the river of the direction we're not going in anyway.
okay. So, you guys can do that. Just remember, you haven't had a long rest since you arrived. Do you want to take a week here, or do you want to go do anything?
Well,
Rest, just saying.
we have the Ravens and the Spire both to go check out. But I wouldn't be against taking a week-long rest.
I'm just saying, I don't think I'm up for another fight.
Well, guys, I think Pez is hot. Look at that jawline. I've never seen Pez before.
He exists.
Oh,
He has
yeah?
a face.
He has a beard. He's not a robot.
Mm-hmm.
Kilroy's currently frowning at us.
Gorgeous man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On my dad beard.
I think a week is good. What do you guys think?
Okay.
Yes.
Also for a week, yeah.
Preferable.
If the Ravens will stay that long.
Oh god.
Well, we know
I mean, we
where
could
they're
check
at.
out the
They're
Ravens,
hovering
we could
over
check out the
a hill.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if they're I mean, if
Okay.
they came in when you get into town, like, I don't mind if these, like, you
Mhm.
know, I still have slots left. Like, with the third one, level ones I have, I should be okay.
Oh, your slots are not empty, Kendra. They have
Yeah.
been filled.
Oh God!
They're being thoroughly filled as we speak.
Fill all my slots. Oh, yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
Oh my god! No, stop!
Why?
All right. 5
And that kid's
Fi-
house smells
Stop!
like
You,
5-minute
did it to
breather.
yourself.
Stop!
I don't have to tell you.
Everyone take a 5-minute break. I can't.
You did it to yourself,
yeah.
Killer.
5-minute break. 5-minute break.
5-minute
Yeah,
break.
We did
I
it to ourselves.
too.
I need to smoke a cigarette.
Man, this is like that same time that happened with Magaloo. Magaloo and Volt.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
I did not expect that to come out of Ken.
Me too. It's just a dark horse. Fucking dark horse.
Literally.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
Hey guys.
I thought-
Sorry about that. I had to check the later.
Listen,
I just want
I mean, we had legs, we had me. I thought there'd be maybe a list of the nudity in this game. I did not think the bottom rung underdog Kendra was gonna make it for the friggin' side.
That was the plan the entire time to fake you guys out. She's a true believer in Freya, the goddess of fertility.
I have to say that's pretty. You've done your
She
research,
is-
Kendra.
She is flexing her
Thank you.
fertility right now. We're gonna need some more Kendrick character art. We're gonna need to get Misty. You've been here. We're gonna need a recap.
Look,
Is-
Look,
Some-
if you want some more Kendra arts, just go to Rule 34.
we just no one tell Misty about this episode.
Oh, I'm gonna tell Misty everything about it. It's gonna be great. She's gonna love this. She's already like going nuts
This
with that stupid Ahago face emoji. It's her favorite right now. If only. Nah, I'm just kidding. I won't tell her anything. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, or I guess in this
What
case.
happens in Underlog stays in Underlog. Regardless,
Yeah.
Kendra, after a week, you know, on the 7th day of a week after that,
You're
wake
sore and
up?
finally take a break.
you feel a little bit of a vomit coming up.
Did our cleric
Oh,
cleric
God.
What do
get
you do?
fucking pregnant?
let's see.
Does anyone know the spell staircase?
I'm assuming it's the alcohol. I'm gonna assume it's the alcohol because that's probably
It's
what's
been a
consuming.
week.
That's
It's
very
been a
probable.
week.
Yeah, it's been a week. This is on the 7th day of your long rest when you get your spell slot back. They come. You know what? Your spell slots are refilled the moment you throw up.
Freya, I apologize if I misused your prowess.
Hence the fertility.
I
Well, she was fertile and he plowed those fields.
I will atone.
There's a new seed growing in that field.
I will atone.
I'd like to be half Stürmkrag, half
Okay.
Novus.
Disgusting.
I'll be right
If
back.
it's
The
a-
server, or whatever the hell he is.
If it's a half
Hold
breed,
on.
It'll be a
What do you
half
think, Kendra?
elf. So I don't know.
Be a
Quarter
quarter
elf.
Okay.
I don't know. She'll
So
probably be
if
okay
it's a
with it.
human,
I'm just throwing that out there. You know that this happened during your long rest, but we can jump. In order to keep the narrative moving off the session, we can jump
Yes.
to you have concluded your long rest. What do you guys want to do? Those ravens are still encircling, or those less in numbers? What do you guys want to do?
I'd recommend that we go check out the Omen. I feel like that was the thing that we should have done first, but sometimes things don't go according to plan.
I'm still down for taking like a 5-minute breather. But I think
Oh
Kiki's
yeah, sure. I have food I can grab too. I don't know.
Okay, then sure. We can take like a 3-minute one because we already took a 2-minute break when we
Yep,
were just
no
doing
problem.
shit.
Be right back.
All right. Fucking hell! What is this card?
Is this the first documented mixed a lineage child of this server? Because
Nope.
there'll be half
Nope.
Stürmkrag and half Nova.
Nope.
No, it's not.
Not
No.
true.
Oh.
Well, of this continent, sure. Of a first Stürmkrag in this continent. They're not the first like mixed.
This is the first mixed Sturmkragian with
It's the
the
first-
Nova's continent.
It's the first intercontinental Stürmkrag.
Yeah. You really are driving that Viking narrative, aren't you? All you need now is to build some farms or some shit. Call it Vinland.
I'm back in a
Just gotta go back. I need to tell them all about the Vinland men she's been with.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I have no idea what's gonna happen next session. I didn't know this was gonna happen.
You know what?
Jesus.
You know what? Let me tell you about the pitchfork maneuver.
The pitch. Oh God. That's what he did.
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that, and it happened to me. You're welcome.
Pitchfork, just a pitchfork. That's why she got pregnant. Actually, it's the pitchfork maneuver. You have been taught. Add a new feature to your sheet.
I'm back. What happened?
She learned the pitchfork
Kendra
maneuver.
has a new feature in a sheet called the pitchfork maneuver.
Oh my fucking
Or the
god.
pitchfork grip.
Oh my fucking god.
The trident grip. I forgot that's what we called it. The trident grip.
Oh, now it's called
Yeah,
the
but
pitchfork
this
grip.
is the pitchfork grip. That's what the commoners call it.
Oh yeah, the commons.
Are we still on intermission?
We are just waiting for Pride to get back.
Is it intermission or is it actually we actually continue? And I don't know. Is she actually pregnant?
You don't know.
You don't know?
We don't know.
Look,
She did wake up and try to vomit, so.
well, I'm just saying it takes 3. Well, she also did drink a lot, as in
No,
barely
she
any.
didn't. She didn't drink anything.
You see what I said? As in barely any.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, nothing. Really,
This
nothing.
is just OOC because she hasn't said a peep to you guys about this. So, as far as the character is concerned,
I know, out of
everything
character.
is right as rain.
Yeah.
Out of character, you heard her throwing up in the morning. I can't make it any more obvious than that.
It takes 2 to 3 months to show any signs and or symptoms, and that's technically first trimester. So none of you guys would know for the first 2 months on average. I mean, maybe Hanman's character would be like, "Hey, Kendra, you're getting a little chunky there. You should eat a little less mutton."
Yeah.
Okay, back. Sorry.
Hi, Beck. I'm Pez.
Hello. You're pretty much the only cleric who its deity is. I wouldn't say the only, but this is okay to do as a cleric.
I'm with it. I didn't really have much backstory.
I'm with it.
Technically, it worked. It worked with mine. Actually, it
That
does
was
work
a
with mine.
bit weird, but it was good.
Enjoyed himself. He had to go have a cigarette.
I have an itch in my face.
He has a burning itch. Between
Oh man. Oh my god.
you did this to yourself. Oh shit! I gotta get snapped.
Man, I wasn't expecting this to. I wasn't expecting any of that. Kendra's
snowballed.
hardcore. Kendra's hardcore.
Snowball.
Somebody
bet
got
she did.
snowballed.
Yeah,
that's for
exactly.
sure.
I was
Kendra
about to
is
say
a
that.
good cleric of Freya. And that's all there is to it. Good thing Pi is back. A week long
back.
rest has been concluded. You guys are refilled to get a long rest. You have
Did we
enough
level
food
up?
from that fucking sperm whale. No, you didn't. I mean,
Okay.
I told you guys are 5th level
Did you have to use that word?
last session.
Really?
But
Yes, he did.
you have enough food, so you don't need to spend coin for food or boarding.
Wait, are we 5th level?
Yes.
Yeah, I literally
Yeah, 5th
pinged you
level.
guys saying,
Uh,
"Yo, a 5th level."
Why did I not update my sheet? Hold on.
At,
The fuck?
at the end of our first session in the Lunar Log, we became 5th level.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Regardless,
No, I
what do you
didn't
guys
update
want
it.
to do on so updating your character sheet when I ping you that you leveled up? That's meant to be doing out of session. You can do that while we play.
Yes.
Regardless,
I just missed it.
a week's long rest comes into effect. What do you guys want to do?
We
You're all
gotta-
at the harbor.
Let's go to
Well-
the Ravens, right?
Yeah, Ravens. Yeah.
Yeah, Ravens.
Raven problems.
Ah, nice.
Wait,
It's
hold
an
on.
actual narrative.
Wait, what?
On the way, can I stop and pick up my jacket?
Your jacket? Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Yeah, you can come into the shop. He has it exactly as you wanted. It had the almond color on the outside, and then the royal blue on the inside, with a few filigrees of some laurels and shit. Straight up. Traveler's clothes. So you gotta take another 5 silver from your sheet.
Yeah, I got it.
But yeah, you just to expedite it, he gives you the cloak. You pay him. It's exactly as you wanted, with a little bit of a flair to it. But
I'll step
you
out
you
of.
get your money's worth.
I'll step out of the clothier, and for the first time that anyone in the party seeing it, I'm taking off my cloak. And there's another cloak underneath, and then I put on my other cloak.
He's just jealous that Kendrick got some, and now he's trying to ugu the party. This is sad.
But he's
Imagine.
I thought you were about to pull an Uncle Iroh and you just ripped under your cloak like an avatar.
I must find my nephew.
What happened to
Nah,
your
but-
voice, Jordan?
I didn't sleep too well. Kendra was throwing up all night. Kept me up.
Wait, what?
You feeling about right, Kendra?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just it happened. A bit under the weather.
May have a few herbs just lying around. I can help. You can eat it.
Did you party too hard with that cat stable boy?
Maybe she
That's
caught something.
Perhaps. I'm not too used to such festivities, so maybe I overexerted myself.
I need to drink more then.
Yeah, have another drink. It'll cure that hangover.
You'll never have a hangover if you're always a little drunk.
I get the feeling that may not be the best. I think I'll just have some water for now.
And as you guys are walking towards the hill, you see
Towards the
on
hill.
a barren hilltop, a few miles from Underlag, as you reach the vicinity where the number was more intense when you first arrived, but now it's died down a little. You find not one, but 4 freshly dug shallow graves. The earth had been scraped out. For the holes is piled nearby. Although hastily gathered stones cover the graves, and you all feel this a faint smell of death that hangs in the air, and the ravens circle overhead.
Don't know which
Shall
one
we
this
grace
smells
or
better,
never
the
grace
swamp.
Graves that were dug up, or like someone was like just buried.
Freshly dug, shallow graves.
Oh wow. I understand if the others of you don't have the stomach for this, but does anyone have a shovel?
Needless to say, I do
Oh.
not.
I don't have a shovel, but I have a crowbar, and that'll be good enough.
You mean the wizard doesn't have molder?
Oh, wait. I may not have a shovel, but perhaps I could use a little bit of magic instead.
Remember, you have cantrip formulas. You can switch your entire spell list, or one cantrip for another. I'm sorry, I'm mistaking it for something else.
She'll cast Molder.
Okay.
What do you need me to do again?
Okay.
Dig up the graves.
Yeah.
Excavate the graves, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Use the
As you
Molder.
take one rune and you crush it, and it spirals in your arm, and then you channel the magic to manipulate the weave, and you excavate the first grave. You see that it is a very evidently a male dwarf. And you would know this specifically, Kiki, that he has artisan robes of a. His robes have this crest of a owl, and his robes are green, has the crest of an owl, and with gold trimmings. As you excavate the second grave, you see a male human. And Otis, you will know that this is a warrior, as he has a green cloak with gold trimmings. Again, with oh no, sorry, the second one doesn't have that. The second one is a male human, and you know he's a warrior, Otis, and he's dressed in a black cloak with some sort of strange stony armor, like an armor made of stone. The third grave. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you guys draw your conclusions from the first two, and then I'll resolve the other two. So I'm not barraging you with information.
Yeah.
Was a dwarf wearing artisan clothes with an owl's headdress?
With an
Or
owl,
owls.
the robes had the crest of an owl with a green field and gold trimmings.
What kind of weapon does the warrior have? Or is there not one?
He has a hand axe.
So a dwarf artisan and a stone armored human warrior,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both wearing robes.
One of them is wearing a robe.
The human's got a cloak. He's got a cloak.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I check their bodies for anything on them? Any sort of possessions, identification, iconography?
There have been stripped of their they have been stripped of their gear. He's just been buried in the human warrior has just been buried in his black cloak and the stony armor, and the
I'd like to
artisan has
inspect-
been buried in his artisan robes.
I'd like to inspect the armor.
What are you trying to accomplish?
Just what is it? Just like stone, rocky plates, or
It's an armor made of stone, which doesn't make sense. So there had to be some sort of magic. So
I'll just gonna
some magical
poke at it with
knowledge.
a metaphor spear. It's like this doesn't seem right.
Yeah, it
It's a rock.
repels your thrust like an armor would.
And yeah, we're here for the molts, right?
Aye.
Kendra, you
Do
said
you
you
think-
learned
Should be.
a lot about these molts from that priest at that shrine, right? What exactly
Some.
did you...
Elemental motes,
Or
but not...
Aldous and Kendra, actually, I forgot. God damn it, I get your names mixed up.
Some. There's the motes of the Shattering Earth. The
Did he
Rip
tell
Curl
you
and the
anything
Sentient
specific about
Storms.
these moats?
I
No.
mean,
Though there was does it look similar to the armor that the statue of Volt had?
I mean, the statue of. So, let me just clarify this: the armor that Volt had was not made of metal.
Yes.
It was. Imagine. Have you seen pictures of Europa surface? How it has thousands of fissures, like on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the armor looked like from Volt. It wasn't really like a clean surface like of a metal. It was a strange material with thousands of fissures on them. It doesn't look like that. I'm gonna put
Okay.
in campaign OC for you guys to see.
is there any chance that these are members of the Shattering Earth? Because we've got a
Possible.
dwarf and we have a guy wearing stone armor.
The guy in the stone armor is possible. I don't know about the cloak, but the dwarf.
Like, whenever we first got here, people were like, "Yeah, those ravens are crazy and everything," but no one talked about any sort of attack that happened here. Maybe it was those moats clashing.
Would I...
Perhaps.
You,
Oh.
you go ahead.
I was just wondering, looking at the dwarf, does the owl crest look familiar?
No,
No. Okay.
because your character hasn't been to Novus, right?
No.
Yeah, doesn't look familiar.
Okay.
Kilroy, can I look for cause of death?
It's been a battle.
Is it like
It's either like it's either arrow wounds, javelin wounds, and mundane weapons like slashing, lacerations, thrusts of the like.
all right? I think we should dig up the other two. Is there one else?
Clear a
Sounds
picture.
like a plan.
Clear a picture would be nice. Let me get me molder going.
Okay, you excavate the third grave. You see a female human warrior dressed in the same surcoat as the male dwarf was in. And then the last grave is a white robe with black feathers at the shoulders. I just put it in campaign OC for you guys.
Oh my god.
You also see
Silverboy?
some strange, scattered collection of tracks, but you can't make out, just by looking at it, you can't make out what they mean.
Kilroy?
Yeah.
Does anything that they're wearing remind me of what the Featherling guards or that cleric were wearing?
No.
Okay. They kept bringing up bird stuff. I thought it might be a stretch.
Yeah.
Into. Well, testing. Okay.
So we have a warrior in stone armor, a dwarf in artisan robes, a female also in artisan robes, and someone in white robes with black feathers on their shoulders. I mean,
Are they like buried in a particular fashion?
No.
Just
They have just been. It's just shallow graves.
I mean, shallow, unmarked graves is more on the level of either. I mean, it's not disrespect because they.
Sounds like murder. Or
It's not disrespect because they buried them, but they definitely weren't showing any respect to these people.
Does it look like they've been like just tossed in there, or does it's because it sounds
No.
more like it was just a hastily made grave.
No.
There are. I
No,
mean, they
there
might
is
be
no
robbed.
sign that they were just, tossed in and then dug so that they are concealed. You all feel that there was some sort of rites to burying them carefully. As a matter of fact, as you dig them up, they're actually in like positions of what the cleric would know. They were given the proper rites and the proper burial rites, I guess it is what you call it.
oh, so they're not just like tossed in. They're actually like they
No,
actually
no,
have
no.
like
I should have specified. They were given
They were
the
properly
proper.
buried.
Yeah, it was just shallow graves, almost like they did it hastily. The cleric would know that.
Okay. That suggests. Let's see. Either these individuals are murdered, but someone wanted to make it look relatively natural, but I doubt that's the case. Or more likely, there's some manner of maybe an honor duel.
I don't know. To me, this seems like two cults clashed, and the winning cult buried their fallen members before they got the hell out of there. Are there
Okay,
any
yeah.
other signs of battle around us? Any weapons left in the ground? Of any?
Like I said, you do see signs of a skirmish in the area, but just by looking at it, you can't discern what happened. Just by looking at it.
Has anyone tried to inspect the bodies, like see what's on them?
That was what I did. They don't have anything
Yeah.
on them.
I mean, could we examine the inside of the stone arm? Well, sorry, I'm a cleric. I wouldn't be suggesting desecrating the body, but perhaps the inside of the armor. I mean, stone armor is quite an unusual feat. Could that tell us more about who these people were? Usually, craftsmen.
Possibility.
I mean, even if it was made by magic.
I mean, I can take a look. Can I find any sort of carvings or anything in it, or any sort of paint, maybe?
You digging through the armor?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would take you like a while to dig through armor made of stone.
Well,
Which
strip him of his armor, but is it like
it's not
plates of
conventional
stone,
armor.
or is
Oh
it?
yeah, it's not true armor.
Is
hold
it
on a
plates?
second.
Sorry.
Hold on. The stone armor, I mean, that itself is not conventional. It's not like a plate armor that you can detach pieces. This is a armor made of stone, as you guys would know. It's extremely heavy, and makes no sense how someone could wield stone for protection. But Kiki, given
And
her
I was
backstory,
about to ask if I could ritual cast detect magic. Oh, is the thing I was okay? Is this the thing in script like has runes on it?
there are no runes on it. There are no
Yeah,
runes.
that's what I was gonna have her look
From
for.
your backstory, Kiki, you being from Cascarim and dealing with rune knights and rune smiths, you know that they deal or dabble in similar magic to make stone and armor. You know that much. But
Right.
Jordan, you can try and dig through the armor. It'll be like digging through like a plate armor. You can't really detach
mean-
it because it's been suffused into the body.
So I can't
Oh.
like take a take a crowbar and like pry the chest
You
plate
can.
off or anything?
You can try, yeah. You take you a little while.
Before that, I'm gonna try to just pull the entire body out and like look at the back of it and look if there's anything else there, and if there's nothing else,
What are you trying to accomplish?
just looking for any sort of writing, carving, paint.
There's nothing on this armor. It is just a stone armor made of stone.
Is it like one? So, if it's like multiple pieces, but they're like fused together, right?
Yeah.
But so like if when I like lift them up and like move them or anything, that like there's like no give, there's no sway to the armor at all.
Think
just
of
stiff.
a pauldron who's made of stone and is fused with the skin.
It's
Same
fused
thing could.
to his skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's not wearing it. Like it's like a layer
Yeah.
of skin.
It's not an equipment, it's been magically infused with the
Oh,
skin.
okay.
Yeah,
So-
this sounds like some cults made around Earth type shit, right?
Yeah, there were
So
two
probably
that the
the
priest
Earth and the
mentioned.
Wind cult. I mean, feathers are wind adjacent, right? So that would mean that would be. I mean, they seem like they would clash rather frequently by design.
But why would the cults of Volt be fighting? They worship the same deity, do they not?
Same deity, but opposite elements.
There were these other cults that were mentioned: the Howling Hatred, the Black Earth, the Eternal Flame, the Crushing Wave that were mentioned as well.
Right. So maybe the coach, maybe the moats aren't fighting each other, but they're fighting on a united front against these other cults.
It could be, but why would these other cults bury their enemies?
Maybe they didn't. Maybe some of them have escaped, and some of them died, and then they came back and buried their brethren, and then fucked off again.
I need Kiki and the cleric to make me DC 16 religion checks.
Oh boy!
Oh my
Let's
god.
see.
Oh, the wizard who's not religious in the slightest. Okay, what could possibly happen?
Religion is not a good skill for me. Oh, wow,
Oh.
never mind.
I got a 19.
I crit.
Okay.
23.
Everyone passed the
Religion
DC?
harder. What the DC was 13 or 14?
16.
16. Okay, yes,
We
I
have the
passed.
same DC, but your religion's going to be higher because it's an intelligence.
Everyone passed. Alright. Let me send you this information and you guys can finish each other's sentences.
Hey, Kiki, isn't this kind of like that religion that's sort of like...
Seems quite familiar. Well, I ain't much of a religions person, actually. I think, if anything, I would probably just guess off the top of my head.
Kiki.
This armor does seem quite familiar. Oh, don't know how to expect it to end up here.
Where do you know it from?
I seen it from time to time back in Kazkarim. Usually among fellow runesmiths or rune knights. I didn't think there'd be any out here.
There.
So if what you're saying is
Oh yeah,
true,
okay. So it was you are along the right path then, Johan.
does that mean that members of Kaj Corinne have been here before?
I unsure. Sure, I haven't heard anything of anyone from Kazkarim coming this far out. But,
Although, if these people are from Kazakrim, that may mean that we're closer to home than we originally thought.
I wouldn't be too sure. But perhaps some of the what's the word? The nature? I would say. I suppose the nature followed someone here and passed it on. So I see it. This guy with the stone armor. Usually when smiths or knights tend to dabble with the earth, they usually tend to have a saying. I'm not sure if I got the wording right or I'm faint memory, but usually all things would eventually return to the earth. Perhaps.
That seems like a likely conclusion, especially considering, I mean, if they both worship the god that have strong ties to the elemental earth, it seems fitting that they would bury even their enemies or their own fallen, I suppose, in earth so they may too be consumed, as to restore a cycle, a manner of religious obligation.
It's on my line of thinking as well.
Could be.
Speaking of which, if you guys happen to die, how do you wish to be buried? Just because the topic came up.
I don't intend to die. But if so, bury me in the woods somewhere.
Noted.
You
I
can just leave me.
Don't intend to die anytime soon. I'd rather not think about that just yet.
I mean, you know, when you get up to my age, the people start hounding you to write wills and stuff like that. You could just leave me somewhere. You know, like maybe take me to like a bar, do a little weekend of that Bernie style, and just leave me there. They'll think I passed out drunk and just died. That'll be super funny. But don't listen. Don't touch my rags. Okay, you leave these on. It's part of my faith.
Well, I mean, if you're dead, who's gonna stop us?
Mm-hmm.
The god.
So, as you guys are talking amongst yourself, you know that while you're on top of this barren hill, you have a good view of the surroundings from this vantage point. As a matter of fact, several miles to the west, you get no, sorry, not the west. To the east, you get a better look of Underlag. And the thin, dark line that makes the long road. But several miles to the northwest, you get a better look at that spire. That now that you look at it, it looks like a slender old tower that is encircled by large birds. And nothing else of note can be spotted from this vantage point.
By large birds?
Mm-hmm.
How large are you talking?
Seemingly. Considering it is several miles away,
Okay, no
take
clue.
that into consideration.
Oh
So
shit,
you're
them some
talking
damn big birds.
like a fucking rock. So I wonder if that's where the featherlings are. Makes sense where they get their feathers. You guys want to go check out that big ass tower?
Seems interesting enough.
Seems like where the clues lead us.
Yep.
Perhaps.
May not
that,
have another.
I just want to go through the area where he said if it was obvious that like battle had like happened. I just want to see if I find anything.
Okay.
Is there
You
anything
can
else
all
that's over?
roll me a survival check. Yes, Matt?
Oh, nothing. I was just kind of muttering along with him. You're good.
Survival. I have +2 to that. Okay, goddamn. That's a total of a 9.
You can't make out anything other than the fact that there has been obviously a skirmish. People died, and then they were buried.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do here? I guess we can rebury these bodies.
There was nothing of note other than what they had on their bodies.
Yep.
Surprised that
I'll
they
take the.
didn't check the artisans.
You guys have checked all of them. They don't have anything of work or note.
I mean, might as well take their
Just
cloaks.
their attire.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like you didn't take the artisan cloaks.
Okay.
Yep, I'll take the cloaks. Or the feather robe.
Feather robe. Okay.
Hmm.
And the cloak of the artisan. Or I mean the robes of the artisan. Okay. So
White's a good color.
while you guys
It's literally not a big color though.
you take what you want from these graves, I'm assuming you rebury them and even out, make a better job than just manually digging the
Pristine
graves.
green.
Regardless,
Whole new
as you
graves.
travel several miles to the west in the direction of the spire, as you come close to it, you see it, in fact, rising from. Actually, it's going to take you dusk-esque, like night begins to fall as you reach the spire. You see there is a very mythical canvas becomes apparent to you. It's a clear day. The moon, the light of the moon is shining down onto the vicinity. You see, as I have said, a very mythical canvas. You see that the spire, in fact, seems to appear to float among the stars on a sea of clouds. And you see the hills behind it rise above like some floating islands in that sea of clouds. You also hear that the wind is channeling its way through those hills and producing a low pitch hum as they whistle. It's quite a sight to behold. The spire itself, as you get closer, you see it rises from a pillar of rock high into the air. The tallest point, as you get closer, you can see that it can be sighted as, now that you get closer, you can see why you had in fact seen it from miles apart, because it's built from the pillar of rock and it rises into the air. The spire itself is built from white limestone that bounces the light of the moon, and is in fact embellished in marble. And now that you guys look at this mythical canvas, you can begin to connect dots as to why this looked like a gleaming sword that is piercing the sky from Underlag. You also see that, as I have said, the spire is built or rises from a pillar of rock. There's also a small drawbridge. As you look at it, you see there's the surrounding hills, and to your left, there is a path, a trail that snakes its way up and leads to this drawbridge.
Are there any guards out front?
Considering that you are from a low vantage point, not even a vantage point, from
Oh,
a low,
okay.
as you're looking at it rise, is built on a rock. You see it rise up, towering above you. You can't see over the moat.
Over the rock base. Okay. All right, I see what we're looking at here.
Wow. That's fucking big.
That it is.
I wonder
Does
how old
goes
it is that
higher?
it's still standing.
Did you say that it goes up to the clouds?
No, I said because it's nighttime and it's gotten colder, a small sea of fog or mist had been encompassed the surrounding plains. So picture fog in the ground level where you're standing, and as you look up, you see this spire rising from a pillar of rock that shoots into the sky, and it's made of white limestone and embellished with marble. That the moonlight gleams. The spire gleams the moonlight off of it like a sword.
You know, now that we're here, but I think we asked like 4 different people about the ravens and didn't ask a damn soul about this tower. We didn't even mention it. We're like, hey, you see the ravens? They're kind of near that big thing, whatever the fuck that is. What's the deal with those ravens? We didn't ask a damn question about this, like, mile-high, giant piercing building of fog and rock and birds. You think they're friendly?
Only one way to find out, isn't there? I mean, we've gotten this close and they haven't started trying to kill us.
Do we want to be friendly?
Depends on what they have.
Mm-hmm. And who's there? I mean,
Fair.
try attack human and immune, and that's a death wish. But people tend to stay in towers that are this big. So, speaking of human immune, is it bigger than or smaller than them? Kilroy.
Smaller.
Okay.
Hugin and Moonin are monolithic.
Hugin. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Hugin.
There are 2 towers. There's Hugin and then there's Moonin.
Moonin.
They are way bigger than this.
Gotcha. Okay.
But not as astounding to look at with a canvas.
So this is a Borealis effect.
You said that there's a drawbridge from the ground that we are up.
No, there is. As you're on the ground, you see a trail that goes up a hill, and then you see a drawbridge that is up.
Well, I guess we should go see if anyone's paying attention, and they'll lower the bridge for us. I'll make my way up that path.
Yep.
Okay.
You know,
Going up the cliff?
maybe there's a big gong or something.
Okay, as you guys you follow the trail and the trail snakes its way up on the hill. As you get to the top, you see, in fact, perception had deceived you, and you see the gap between the hill that you are now standing on and the spire is 20 foot separated from the ledge where the path ends from the closed bridge on the spire. The space between the cliff's edge and essentially what is considered a gatehouse, because drawbridge usually accompanied by a gatehouse. But you see that the space between the cliff's edge, and the gatehouse drops several hundred feet to the bottom of this, I guess it's a canyon. However, as you look over the ledge, you see that you see this brass bell that hangs from a wooden post.
Hey, I was right. That's one hell of a bell. Baldus, will you do the honor?
Ringing the bell?
Ring that bell, sister.
Alright. Turn back now if you be a craven, she says, and grasps the tongue of the bell and bang, 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 bang.
Aldous is now
Okay.
deaf.
As you take the bell and you go boom, you see a small window open at the gate, and then it shuts. Then essentially you see, I guess, this. Being Stürmkragians, you guys would know what knights are, or actually, you wouldn't. You have no idea what a fucking knight is. Being
It's no
from
books and armor.
being from Agria, you don't acknowledge the concept of a knight. Especially being from Stürmkrag, they don't have knights there. Not even Aspida have knights, or anywhere else in Agria. But you see this person with scale armor leave the gate and come out, and she goes, sorry, is it? Yeah, it is a she. She a female human
Girl power.
I guess
Yeah.
person in armor steps out and wearing, as I have said, scale armor with this beautiful black curly hair. She very courteously says, "Welcome."
Are there any surcoats?
What?
Sorry to interrupt. Is there any surcoat or owl imagery or any imagery on the armor?
No.
Surcoats, ropes, nothing? Nope.
Nothing that resembles those grades.
Okay.
She goes, "Welcome to Feathergale Spire. I am yours truly, Savra.
Hold on a shit. What the fuck? Where are we?
I was right,
This
you piece of
is Feathergale Spire. I am Savra Belemprita." Put it into campaign OC.
Flashback to the kid she beat up.
It is
That's a hell of a
awfully.
last name.
What takes you people to travel through a sea of fog to reach our pristine tower? Please tell me, she very courteously asks and vividly.
Well, to be honest, this tower is really cool and really big, and we just wanted to come check it out.
Yeah, actually, I'm a little bit more interested in hearing about the Feathered Gale Spire itself. I heard a little bit of tales here and there. I didn't actually think, that this spire was a part of the Feathered Gales.
You've heard of the Feather Gales. Well, our reputation precedes us. If you are of pure heart and friendly, you are in luck. Because our Lord Mariska is hosting a very important feast. Would you accompany us into the spire?
You had me at the word feast.
Are we gonna be eating, guys? This feels too easy.
Shut up, Jordan.
Okay.
We don't eat humanoids.
I was not saying that loud enough for her to hear that. I was just turning over to like Kiki, going, "Guys, this is way too fucking easy."
Yeah, let it be easy.
She looks at
learn.
you, waiting for a response.
I would
We
love
would be-
to.
Rubbing her hands together.
We would be humbled to
Amazing! You have weird accents. Wait. Where's that gif of the? Where's that gif of the fucking Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok? Where she looks at Hulk and goes, "I feel like I know you." You know the one I'm talking about?
No.
Regardless, she kind of like, "Brilliant, please follow me," as she whistles and the gate goes, begins to be drawn and touches down.
Okay, Kilroy, look at campaign woes. Yeah, I think I found it.
Yeah. That's what she says when she recognizes Jordan's accent. She's like, "That's a weird accent."
Mine? Oh God, what does that mean? Do I know this person? What does that mean? No one
Looks at
knows
Jordan.
me.
Thank you, Jordan. That's great.
Jordan,
You're
for some reason I
stuck.
keep calling you Johan. I'm sorry, Jordan.
It's all right. You know, yeah, Johan works. It sounds cool.
You called him Johan. Legs
Johan.
called you Jordan, or whatever the fuck it was.
Jorgen.
Jorgen, yeah,
Yeah.
with a G.
Regardless, you guys follow Sabra into the spire.
So
Kilroy keeps
Sabra, tell
calling
me a
me
little
a
bit more
baby.
She's
about
offering
the
us food.
Feathers.
It's rude. It's rude to kill someone that you're feeding. So hey,
Okay.
Kiki's like
Hopefully.
right beside her, trying to get as much information as she can before people decide to kill her.
Jordan's doing the exact same. I've got to vibe check this girl.
What are you? Sorry, what's going on?
Kiki and
who's the DM?
Jordan
We're just
are
throwing
kind
a
of just
bunch of questions at.
yeah.
So tell us about the spire. How long has it been here? What do you guys do? You know, we're just
Like
fucking
yeah, what
flooding her with
like
information.
how long has this building been standing? Like what do you guys do? Hello?
Well,
How do you do hair?
This is the base of the Feathergale Spire Society. We are nothing but we are guilty aristocrats from Caliban. Sure, we have a lot of money. This is our society of aristocrats who have flying mounts, and we just hang out in the spire and we do nightly things. That's what we do
More
here.
people from Caliban. We keep running into Calibanians. So those large creatures that are circling the tower, are those mounts? Do people ride those?
Indeed, they are mounts of the Feathergales.
What
Very
exactly are
expensive.
they?
We had riding birds back in our home, right, Valdis?
Yes, but they didn't fly.
They were not that big either.
They'd peck your eyes out, though, in a heartbeat. Actually, no, they won't stop at your eyes. They'd peck your hand off in a moment if you didn't treat them well, though.
Yeah, they were kind of bastards.
Tell me, Savra, how'd you manage to get such beasts as mounts? I'm quite interested.
Well, as you could imagine, train any flying creature to be as a mount takes an awful amount of money. And thankfully, every member here in Federgale Society has the coin to do it. Thus, we have it.
So when you've gone through building the giant tower and spending a bunch of money to raise and tutor these mounts, you spend all your time teaching. You become an expert bird flyer. What do you do?
No, not us personally. We have a stable master who trains these creatures. As I have said, we are nothing but good knights. And by the way, none of you know what a knight is, or the concept of a knight, or chivalry.
Yeah,
You're
so-
fucking savages,
So,
Vikings.
So,
So
you say
what do
you're
you
a
guys
knight,
do?
but
Hmm?
so you say you're like a knight, but I mean, that doesn't make sense. I mean, why would you call yourself something where people must sleep through?
Where people must what?
Yeah,
Why do you call yourself something that people sleep through all the time?
A time
Well,
of day, have it.
We're from a
um,
faraway place. What is a night?
we don't sleep. We're not people of the night. Night means to be this force of good and being courteous and glory and renown. That is what knight means. Even though not everyone has the coin to be a knight, but those of us that do, we are knights.
These people are like the exact opposite of me.
So,
Like polar. This
so
is
like,
crazy.
how exactly do you achieve all these goals as a knight? Knight, it seems like, taming these beasts here is one thing, but is there anything else you do?
I mean, as I have said, we are on a conquest of glory and renown. We want
I
to
can get
make
behind
but
the
how do
glory
you
part.
do that?
Feather Gale society to be a recognizable organizations, essentially,
Yeah.
of frothies. We do good, we keep the monsters at bay, and we are just amassing glory for our Feather Gale Society organization.
So
like shield
We are a
maidens.
source of good. Shield
I mean, they sound like Valkyries, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what a Valkyrie is, but if they do what we do, I guess so.
Um. So So you're an independent organization hoping to build up enough renown that you can be sponsored by the local region?
We don't need to be sponsored, as you can see. Um, we have the monetary means. We are seeking things that coin cannot purchase. Do you
So-
understand what I'm saying?
No.
Understand, but like, so where does all this coin to take care of this place come from then?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think
Our
of the
families.
logistics of this place. So, like, are you dumping tons of gold every month to maintain this place? Do you like
Don't
accept
you
money?
know what an aristocrat is? We are nobles. Our
No.
family are ancient and influential continent wide. We have our holdings of
king.
coin is insurmountable, so much so that we actually, us, the heirs of such families, have taken our humble coinage and built a gleaming sword that rises from the plains.
So all your
Stand as
parents
a
are
sign
rich,
of authority.
and you use your money to fly around on birds and fight monsters.
Yeah, we keep law and order in check, and we keep the monsters at bay.
I mean, I guess there are a lot worse things you could do as children of royalty here. We run
Most
into a couple dicks.
certainly. And as she's like taking you through the spire, and you guys reach the pinnacle in Albert, you see one individual.
Uh-oh.
You see one individual brooding over the ledge over here. You guys can put your tokens here if you want.
Don't jump.
But you see that this, you got to make your token 0.5, 1.5 size to fit this map. You
On the
guys are like
beach.
here. It's fine. No. Make it small. But regardless, you see this older man clad in plate armor.
Mhm.
And
How the freak do you make
might
it
have something to
1.5?
read.
Excuse me?
You see, right off the bat, particularly Otis, you know that this guy has the embodiment of a commander. You know that he is the commander of this spire. You
Ooh,
see him
okay.
as a well-built human male. The cleric can gauge his age to be somewhat in the early 50s. He's embossed with feather patterns, ornaments. The plate on in the plate of his armor. His knightly cloak boasts a feathered mantle. He smooths his white blonde hair into place, and as he turns around to look at you guys, he bows low before you, as if he were only a lowly courtier. And he bellows, "Welcome to Feathergale Spire, retreat of the Feathergale Society. I am Thor Miroska, the Lord Commander of the Spire."
I almost thought you were about to say Thor Ragnarok.
Your
He's
your
gonna
name
pa-
is Thor?
No, my name is Thorl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I
This
I
makes
heard
much
something
more
different.
sense. Yeah.
Sorry, we know a guy named Thor, and we were just a little.
Surprised.
We don't hear that name often around here.
Yeah, absolutely. I am glad that you have joined us. As a matter of fact, now that you are here and in such a light of this moon, I would love to invite you all to a very crucial feast in honor of the Society's 10th year.
This tower's only 10 years old?
Only 10.
Well, wow. Okay, well, hold on. Let me get ready, and then Jordan will take off his jacket, he'll turn it inside out, and put it back on. Here we go.
Well, yes,
wow,
we
right.
here in Feathergale Society, we are not just mere knights. We are, in fact, elite aerial mount enthusiasts of Caliban.
What kind of training do you guys go through?
All the training that a cavalry infantryman would receive, only that we are aerial cavalry.
So you're
Oh.
cavalrymen that fly. Ah, so you are like the Valkyries.
That would be
yeah.
I wonder
So,
if it's possible to
What are these
see your training.
Valkyries? I haven't heard of them.
what'd you say, Kiki?
Just wondered if it's possible to watch them train. That's it.
That sounds cool. We have sort of a holy group of defenders back where we're from, where they're kind of similar. They ride around on flying
Really?
horses.
What? Please tell me what are their duties. I would love to hear this.
Let's
Valdis,
scramble
I
to find the
think you're
Kenka.
better. Yeah, Valdis, Valdis and Kendra, I think you guys are better equipped for this. Basically,
Yeah.
they're like the right hand of one of our gods, and their whole job is like protecting the land. You know, killing giant evil things that would put any of us in danger. It seems kind of similar to what you guys are doing.
We quest defending the land from great fiends and other mythical foes, as well as guarding our
Thus,
homeland.
you must understand our position as he looks out to the surrounding area, and you see as in fact as you are on the pinnacle of the spire, you see that the vantage point from this place stretches for miles. As a matter of fact, it is a probable insight that your characters would have that these guys saw you coming from miles away. Of just how strategically aloft this structure is from the surroundings.
Man, they still made us ding that fucking bell. What? That's a little.
Yep.
It's a little cringe on their part.
So, those are very good duties to the realm. Do they do any sort of sports? As we here in Federal Society, we love hunting and hawking. As you can see, as he points up to the sky, you see this this large avian creature encircle. There is actually two encircling the spire, like this. Just going, just keeping pace, just encircling the spire, beating their wings with inevitably knights on top of them.
Are they Pegasus or Pegasi or Griffins or what?
Can't tell.
Are they horse? Can't tell.
I thought they're more like rocks, like just giant fucking bird. Where do you get these strange creatures?
And what are they?
Oh, those? By the way, Vrox are fiends? Very improbable that they're Vrox. OOC.
I thought they were
Regardless.
Natural creatures. That's great.
No,
I think you're thinking of giant owls,
in
which
fact,
is
they're
weird.
Regardless, they are giant vultures. Very hard to train and come by, but when you have the coin, all things are possible. Am I right? Am I right?
We have a spear, all things are possible.
A what? Sorry?
When you have a spear, all things are possible. But, you're strange people, you're a strange land.
Regardless, I would love for you all to join in our feast. It is high time for it to begin. Would
Do you
you
have
join
any
us?
mead?
What is mead?
Ah.
Why is no one here in this fucking land heard of mead?
Yeah.
How?
I think we're just gonna have to get used to their. What do you call it? A liquor? I guess we're
Beer?
just gonna have to get used to that.
Beer, wine. Do you at least have wine?
You guys have anything hard? We've been walking for like 8 hours.
We have wine and ale and a feast to sink your teeth in with the
Gonna have to hope
finest
that the ale is
culinary
hard enough.
flesh, and I will just have to say we actually have the very renowned crumble cakes from Ondalag here, just as a side dish. But please, will you be joining us in this feast, or why are you here? I mean, I have told you what the Spire stands for and what we are. We have a feast. You can rest here if you wish to rest. I know that the situation in Frothies has been very turbulent. So if you wish a safe haven to rest, by all means, Feathergale Spire may be your home for a night.
As long as it has some good ale, I don't care where we rest.
Feast and then we'll discuss business.
If you don't mind, my question: how large are your numbers? How many Feathergale knights are there?
Enough to form a cavalry, I guess.
What is that,
platoon.
like 18, 12?
Do you have any military background?
I do.
Did I get trained by the
Nope.
military in prison?
Nope.
Okay, then no.
You
Do I
were
know the
part
numbers?
of the Penal squad, which is like,
Right.
hey, go kill those giants. I don't care if you die or not. I don't care what
Okay,
formation
okay.
you use, what tactics you use. Go be a fucking criminal and probably die and go to Valhalla, maybe. Yes, all this
Mm-hmm.
you would be at a position to guess what a platoon is. You would know it would range between 12 to 24 or less. Actually, 12 is
that
12
was
to
right.
15.
Okay.
That was right.
Not too many.
So how does one
But Aldous, you
become?
did say that they are elite. As they said, they're an elite mounted, an aerial mounted
So
organization.
they're Freya's Valkyries.
Probably not as broad since your tower, the Valkyrie's tower, overshadows this spire by a large margin.
They're lamer Freya's Valkyries.
These are a bunch of rich kids pretending to be Freya's Valkyries.
All right. Well, so questions to ask. Trouble in Frothies.
You see his face darkens.
When I ask about the trouble in, when I say it, about what?
The trouble that the sentence you uttered.
Oh, I was muttering to myself, but okay.
I
Yep,
think he was
we'll go
just
ask that.
writing down notes.
Yes.
Okay.
But
We're just gonna say that yes. I mean, I probably misread it, but I thought you were saying that in character about the troubles that surround the area, and you see his face darkening.
What's been going on? What's been these troubles? There's something going on with the cults, but
you
just
see
that.
his chest puff up, and his hands hold. One of his hand holds his wrist behind his back as he clears his throat and says, "A great evil lurks among these hills." As he turns around and he whips his cape behind him, the feathers, and he looks out to the sea of clouds and the hills and Underlag. Depraved cultists, led by wretched monsters and fanatics. But let us speak of such matters after the feast has warmed our blood, wouldn't you say?
Aye, fair enough. Even though you have no meat, it can't be a proper feast, but we'll have to do.
Good, follow me. And he takes you guys to... It takes you guys here. Let me reveal this on the map. Sorry. Just am cutting it. You guys can put your token in there, or drag your token. Sorry.
If I'm still seeing the same thing.
Scroll down.
Scroll down.
Scroll down.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Say has a feathered cloak. What color are the feathers?
They are. I believe that they are. We're gonna say kind of beige.
Okay. Are they around the shoulders or just around all around the cloak?
It is it's a feathered mantle. It's a cloak. Yes, around the shoulders.
Similar to the white robe I took, or no?
No.
Okay.
As you guys follow him, you see. Actually, I need to change a few things. You see this guy, this guy, this guy.
Quick, guys, find the main characters.
You see, these guys are sitting here. Let me move you. Sorry.
Keeping a firm grip on the spear.
You see these guys huddled around this table. As a matter of fact, you see that they're clad in the finest garments of velvet, textiles. The knights, they feast at the curved table in the great hall, where twin hearths blaze. Thurl Merosaka, sorry, Meroska sits at the head of the. Oh, he's actually at the head. Get the fuck out of here! Put you at the head.
No.
Is Savra here?
You see that Hiroska sits at the head of the table, and as he does, he goes. Savro is not here. He's at the longship. Sorry. He goes. Honored guests, tell us of your adventures in Frothies. Let us aid you in any way we can. As he beckons you guys to take your seats in the table if you wish to.
I'm gonna lean over towards Kiki and Ben Aldous and Ben whisper to him. Let's not give up all of the details, but we can ask them for information about like where we're at, right?
I mean, sure.
And the
Sure,
stuff
we
we're
don't.
looking for.
They don't need to know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need to know. Okay. I take a seat.
All right, let's see if I can get drunk of what they have. I'll just sit
Aye.
here. It's a bit weird. Jordan took the only actual available seat. Or spot.
Oh, sorry. Let me.
We can all share the chair. You guys just hop on my lap. We'll all just group up. I'll just move out. We can all just sit together at the end. Oh, Waltus, I see. You're getting all nice and close and personal to Thurl.
Nope. Just find the spot. There's a spot and take it.
Let me move. Let me move. There.
It's like a game of musical chairs. Keep moving until the music stops.
There you go. Okay. So please tell us about your adventure in Frothies. We will help any way we can.
Well, we were actually informed of a lot of turmoil happening up in this area. Been involving the cults and the elements.
Oh yes. Trouble
we've seen some of it ourselves with down by the lake, a giant explosion of water.
Really?
Mm.
How much do you know about their war or their conflict or the cult itself?
All we
Yeah, just
know is Vol-
they're just pissed off at each other and a couple other people. That's all we know. And been fighting, possibly kidnapping some people. Who knows?
We know about as much as basically any outsiders of this land. We're trying to learn more.
we
That's why
kind
we're
of just
here, I
got
guess.
here a week or two ago. We're still trying to learn.
Following whatever clues we can to find out more, and I guess that led us to this place.
I mean, what do you hope to do in their conflict? I mean, do you have a stake in it?
Not really, but
We heard it had some ties to our homeland.
yeah.
Really? Where do you
we've
all
been-
hail from?
We hail from a country far to the southeast.
What does this country have a name?
Yeah, it's called Stürmkrag.
Stürmkrag. He takes a tankard and goes, "Well, here is to your country of Stürmkrag. Cheers." He raises
Huzzah.
his task.
Huzzah! Throws
Yeah.
things on the
Aye.
ground.
Huzzah!
Hi.
Aye.
Yeah.
And he takes a sip.
What's the liquor?
I mean, do you want ale or
how
wine?
good is it?
I want something strong.
Ale.
Ale.
I would assume it'd be ale.
The ale is strong by human standards. The
I need
wine
me some
is
dwarven shit.
expensive by noble standards. It's expensive wine.
Well, I'll drink some wine then. Hot dog. You know, some fucking pricey black label shit. All right, I'll get in there.
If I drink
yeah,
something
so-
expected, I expect it to get me drunk on the first sip.
Well, that just means you have to drink more, doesn't it? More ale for this long-legged creature. When you see like a knight fucking approach you and just put a jug beside you.
She downs that thing quickly.
Hey, get me one of
Make a
those jugs
concept.
too.
Make a
a
concept.
jug of all around.
Let's go, con save.
Are you down in the entire jug, Kiki?
Yes, she is. Let's go.
Okay, make a concept.
I got
Alright,
a 12.
Cool. You want an ale too? Please do not show these guests how reluctant we are to give them a taste of what it is to be a Feathergale knight. A jug for her as well. And she puts a jug of wine, and it smells amazing. All this.
So yeah, we
Wait, does Otis drink?
Oh yeah, she's gonna drink a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, not gonna down the
Uh,
whole thing, but just take a good, respectful few mouthfuls.
Let's.
Jordan is just sipping his wine.
Sure.
He's not going to.
So, let me ask you, have you, by any chance, fought against these cultists that taint our good Frothy's land in the Three Kingdoms?
Well, we haven't even seen them yet, to be honest.
We've been following whispers and tracks from the lake all the way up here. I feel like
what is your quest, good sir?
Well,
Please tell me and my knight. We love stories of quests and adventure. We are the Feathergale Knights. After all, one night to another, we can share our stories as we feast in this delicious food.
all Alright, yeah, you want a story? I'll give you sons of bitches story.
All the knights lean in.
Just gonna
Yeah,
flatten my eyes at him at what's his face and just give him a little stare that says, "Careful what you tell him.
Yeah,
Don't cause
Jordan's
problems."
going to lean in and he's gonna say, deep in our homeland, we were beset by terrible storms, strong winds, raging fires, and then he's gonna use um, uh, thaumaturgy and make all of the lights grow super dark and dim. He's gonna say, we were without hope until we made contact with a great prophet who told us.
Sorry, just a little side note. As you're doing this, let me look. Thauma. This has a verbal component, okay? They look in absolute disbelief of this distortion of light in the room. You can
I'll
continue.
use control flames instead, since it's just a somatic. I just do it with my hands. I'm under the table and stuff. We
Okay.
met with this.
So
great
what? You're
prophet.
making the are you extinguishing the flames?
No, no, I'm just playing with them, bringing it down super dim, and everything.
Okay.
Just really
They,
setting the mood.
same reaction. They look in disbelief of this distortion of light in the room.
We met with this great prophet who told us. He said, "Travel to the land above the Frothies. There, there are massive cults in turmoil over the elements, and there you will find the answers you seek." And that was all he said. And then we were thrust into this land that we know not of. These people we know not of, and are simply doing our best to figure out everything we can so we can fix the raging chaos that is of our home.
I see. Noble, arduous, full of glory to be reaped. So you came to Frothies to resolve a conundrum in your Stürmkrag?
And maybe if we can resolve something here too.
I mean, what would you do about the conundrum going on in Frothies? I mean, maybe we may perform a co-joint operation of sorts to bring peace about Frothies once again.
Firstly, if you don't mind, what can you tell us about these elemental cults? All we've heard is rumors. We don't have anyone with real information about experience like you all.
We do not know much, as all we do is suppress their chaos and respond to recent skirmishes or any signs of the movement of the forces where they will clash to get innocents caught in their aftermath. We attempt to suppress and pacify them from the innocent. That is what we do, which is why our mounts serve us so well to respond to these sightings extremely dexterously.
Well, when's the last time that they had a big battle?
The big battle would have probably been, if I recall correctly, somewhere southeast near the Stale Lake.
Have you noticed of any other strange things happening with the elements? Large winds, terrible storms.
I mean, the weather, as most common folk would have undoubtedly rumored about now in gossip, the weather has been strange, not following the calendars. I mean, why do you ask? Why have you seen something?
Well, only the what I described at the lake, but we were just told follow the weird weather, and it would
Told by who?
the you know a great prophet in our homeland. He was kind of a crazy of old bastard, but he knew better than anyone else. He spoke mostly
Prophet?
in riddles, either blessed or cursed by the gods. But all we know was to come here and look for the signs of the weather and that it was connected with these cults.
A prophet? Prophet. So, an omen. Very religious stuff.
Yeah.
What was the prophet of, if I may ask? He takes a chicken drumstick and bites the flesh off of it. Looks at you intently.
Well,
Sorry, intensely. Not intently. Intensely.
he was a prophet in elemental make. He did not claim connection to any one god, but he when he spoke, Van den Jordan is gonna make the lights just absolutely blow out while he's speaking. When he spoke, the wind howled, and the skies darkened, and there was crackling, and roaring, as emotion flooded into his speech. The the walls above his cabin themselves almost seemed to pull us apart. It was truly something amazing. And he told.
It sounds like. It sounds like it. You have all come to our land for purpose, destiny, and sheer divine guidance, I would say. And it is a pleasure to have you here in Feathergale Spire.
It's a pleasure to have us.
Brilliant.
Pleasure being.
Kiki, you begin to feel that you're extremely. That alcohol is kicking in that you downed.
Wow, that took a while.
You're now
I think
essentially level
Wow.
3. You are level 3 inebriated.
that took a while. How many drinks have I had in that time period?
2 jugs.
I mean, you downed the jug.
Oh, I asked for more. Did I get more?
You can.
Yes.
So there, you see in campaign OOC, you're level 3 right now.
Ooh. Let's see what happens.
You want another one?
Yeah.
Oh, Kiki.
Let's
Pick
go.
another constant.
Let's go.
Oh, great.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1.
Oh, no, no.
Yes! Is it that one?
She got a nat 1.
I
Oh,
got one.
Yes, you
great.
did. Wow.
Oh, great. We're going to have to carry the giant.
You are now 5th level.
Let's
Kiki,
go. I'm fucking passed out.
as you down your, I guess, 3rd jug, you do a little cute little hiccup, and then your face just lands on the table. Boom.
Ah,
Oh, it's
sorry.
gonna laugh.
You're unconscious for
Probably the whole fucking night.
because you nat 1. 2
Let's-
hours. Wow.
A.
How fitting.
A.
Well,
She's truly from Krazkarim.
Well,
Sorry about her.
some
She
people
doesn't
can't
know
hold
how
their
to-
liquor.
Sorry about her. She doesn't know much restraint.
That
The
is
dwarf, why should
fine.
she have
Knights, you may take her. I think she has had enough. Take her to one of our guest rooms.
Let go of me. Let
You're-
go. Let
Kiki,
go.
you're unconscious.
Sleep talk. Sleep talk.
You
I'm
see
still
two
following them to
knights
make sure.
rise.
Let go of
from
me,
here.
you
Can I
greasy
just follow
banana.
them to make sure they don't try anything sneaky?
No, yeah.
They are
we're all gonna
carrying
go.
her over here. Are you guys getting up?
I'm following them.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we can
Making sure.
What? Are you leaving our feast?
Nah, I'm just going to follow my friend to make sure that no harm comes of her.
We have actually given you all the same room, which is direct there. My friends are just, and you see them taking her to the room,
Aye, and I'll see her to the room, if you
and
will.
then the two of them step outside. Oh yes, you can go. You can go check on her.
I will return
No
shortly.
problem. Come, Julius and Caesar. No, I don't call
Of
someone
course.
Julius Caesar.
Caesar.
Julius and Marcellius, take your seats. We
Biggest and Dickus.
haven't had our fill yet. You want to go to the room, Otis?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and make sure that nothing sneaky's going on.
I mean, okay, sure,
Yeah.
Thorough.
Hey, just because they've been nice doesn't mean I don't trust them.
sure.
We are in foreign lands after all.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where these cultists call home?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and dip out. I'll see you later.
Alrighty. Thanks
All
for
right.
joining.
Sorry, y'all.
Bye,
I will
Aldous.
catch up on this last 30 minutes in the video. I will
Yeah.
see y'all next week.
It was super
See you
fun
later,
having
man.
you, buddy.
Thanks for joining us, Matt.
Yes,
you,
I'm glad I
Matt.
could be here.
Thanks for joining
Bye.
us.
Thank you. Thank you for the laughs.
Yeah.
The sanity.
Yeah.
All right.
Hurl, do you know where these cultists call home?
Which cultist?
Well, we the ones that seem the most um fitting to what we're looking for refer to themselves as the moats. They seem to be connected to the god Volt.
The moats, I do not know. They are. I mean, if I did, me and my knights would inevitably strike them at the heart and put this bloodshed to an end.
Have the moats been as volatile as all of the others?
I mean, they are elemental cultists. They're in nature volatile. The four cults of the old are more old-fashioned, I guess, and I guess these new cultists are trying to reap dominance over frothies from them for whatever purpose that these cultists have.
How recent did they form?
The moats,
Yeah,
or like
these new cults.
a decade and a half, perhaps.
Really? So they're very young.
Yes, yes.
There was one other cult that I actually met some of them, and I had zero idea on them, and I got the hell out of there as fast as I could. They called themselves the Featherlings. Do you know of anything about them?
Yes, we know of the Pedalings. They're a clerical organization.
Yeah, they didn't seem too volatile, as we've been saying, but you know, you start hearing a group of people call themselves all one thing, you keep your distance.
Well, the featherlings almost, as long as you do not dabble in extraplanar contracts or endeavors, you shouldn't worry about featherling.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So what do you guys mainly deal with? Just like wild creatures, or
I mean, I have told you before, we essentially we seek glory and renown. We deal with peacekeeping. We keep monsters at bay from the major towns and frothies. And at the moment, we're trying to defuse this whole cult warfare that's going on in frothies.
did
As you
did
see,
did
Onderlag is untouched thanks to us, the Feathergale Society.
did you guys have anything to do with the battle that happened a couple miles to the south? I think is where that mound was.
I haven't heard of that amount. You mean the Stale Lake? I haven't heard. Not a peep about
Uh,
that yet.
the area where all of the ravens were that we found the bodies and the signs of a struggle.
Okay. No, I thought they were just encircling some game from the savannah of Frothies, to be honest.
No, my group ran ran into that area while we were heading here, and but it looked as if some sort of skirmish happened, and there were some bodies that were ceremonially buried. Do you know
Hmm.
anything about sigils like an owl on green uh, cloak?
Yes? If I'm not mistaken, that's the capital of Tyrael, Osiris.
So that's like another country that's near here.
They are neighbors, so to speak.
Okay. And one other was a man in stone armor.
Was he a dwarf by any chance?
He was a human with
Oh,
stone stuck to his flesh.
probably a cultist of some sort
Um,
that worships the earth, or I.
the last one that caught my eye was a white cloak with black feathers, like on its like shoulder.
If I had to guess, some sort of air elemental cult.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to ask because again, we don't really even know what they look like. We don't. All we know is that they've been torturing frothies with their, you know,
Okay. Those
horrible act.
with the stone, hard to tell if they're Mold of the Shattering Earth or Cult of the Black Earth. With the feathers, hard to tell if they're some fringe air cult or the sentient storm. The mold of the sentient storm don't really wear feathers, so it's probably some fringe cult
Right.
of some sort.
When we came here and we saw all the bird of iconography in the large white tower, we were worried that we stumbled upon one of your guys. But
The
no, they didn't look like you're a farmer or anything at all. So
Yes, that's good. I would like to
okay,
know where my knights fight. And as far as I know, no one has perished of late. Which is good. That's what we do here in Feathergale Spire.
so you guys have only been a united organization for 10 years.
Yes, about a decade or so. This is our 10th year anniversary. On this date, how fateful is your arrival here?
Right? Yeah, it seems almost destiny.
Hmm.
Um, So, what were you all doing before you started this? Were you in the military? Or...
As I have said, we are from noble houses of Caliban or the Three Kingdoms. Some of them are from Eisenberg, others are from Frothies itself.
So, do you stand with the local military, or do you see
We are
yourselves as taking care
independent
of business above them?
We are independent. We are law keepers and law enforcers, I guess, in the absence of the law. We keep the peace, keep the monsters at bay.
Do the
And there is great glory in that small sector of society. Wouldn't you say? Jordan, is it?
Yes, yes. Yeah. I often find that it's the independent people who cause the most actual change.
Good.
You know, a bureaucracy can get in the way of a lot.
Kendra, do you want to say anything? Because you're still conscious.
No, I'm fine. Let's see. If they're just noblemen, not really much I can. Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm old, been tired. I'm actually gonna check up on the ladies.
Yes. We only have an extra room in each quarters. He points over here. I believe two of your friends are currently residing in there. You may take rest there or on the following door. He points like around, just further out. You can see another door.
All right. Thank you very much. And then I'll get up and go to.
A pleasure. Right,
how
knight.
they're doing.
Let me tell you about the tale of when I fought a manticore. And he keeps going on and on. Okay. Does anyone want to do anything?
I'm passed out.
I'm sure.
Oops, I was
Kendra?
muted. I'm passed out.
You're passed out.
No.
You can't do anything.
I'll probably help Kiki to bed and make sure she gets to bed in one piece. Shall we
Sure.
say?
As Jordan and Kendra peek around the door, you see Otis tending to Kiki over here, making sure that she is sleeping well. She's tucked in, and she is snoring. She turns around and says, I believe we will take this room. I will keep Kiki safe.
He starts punching in the air.
And I might takes out some hempen rope. I might need to tie this one down. But regardless, I can keep Kiki safe. Don't have to worry about us.
Well, just make sure she sleeps on her side, all right? Because otherwise she'll drown.
Yes. She won't drown in my care. Don't worry. Anyways, I need to rid myself of this armor, and good night. And she shuts the door behind. And then she gets rid of her armor and goes to sleep.
Kendra, you want to go check out the other room?
Sure.
Alright. I feel like Ford's company when one of them is drunk and assaulting them in her sleep. I feel like if I caught one of those blows, it'd just be it for me. I might be gone.
Okay, you guys can see the next room as you walk over here to the door. There are two beds, a footlocker to put your stuff in if you want, and two desks.
Well,
And a
Kendra,
window.
I don't think it's possible for us to steal from these people. I think they would kill us immediately. but they also seem way too obsessed with their own self-image to like do anything bad to us. So I feel like we're pretty good.
And this is leading you to what decision and your very interesting scale of morality, my friend?
I think these guys are okay. They don't really, but I don't think they have any information that is useful to us. Because if they knew where the like cults were, they'd already like killed them all. So, but I mean, we know we're in the right area. We know that it's frothies, and we know that they're having some weird weathered pattern stuff. I don't know. Maybe we'll find another. Maybe we'll find more clues. Who knows? Maybe they have a library and Kiki can get lost in it for 3 days. But I'm gonna go to bed, Kendra.
As
You
will
sleep
I. I
well.
mean, we just have to ask like before.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna stay off of the killing for tonight. I don't think I'd be too successful with it here. These guys seem really horny for violence.
We all horny for violence?
Well,
Excuse
yeah, but
my
you know,
language.
it's a lot easier when you're up against someone who isn't horny for violence, you know.
True.
But these are probably the like die while fighting type guys, and those guys are crazy.
Again, aren't we also those guys?
Exactly. Would you want to fight us, Kendra?
You know, true, true. They have a certain refinement to them, though. Reminds me of a few upper standing priests.
Speaking of that lady of the cloth, how are you doing? You seemed really sick last night.
You didn't
Oh.
see that, by the way.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
What?
She would not tell anyone.
Yeah.
I don't know how well our bunk arrangements were. I didn't know if we were all just sharing bunks beside each other and catch one person vomiting.
That was a private thing.
Well, I'm going to bed. Hopefully they don't kill us in our sleep.
Would I ever do something like that?
Yeah.
Campaign over, guys. It's been a good 6 episodes. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, it's tough love, motherfucker.
Would you steal? Would you steal someone's pet dragon and also half of their entire class?
Oh, you did the Dragon Knight playtest? Oh.
The dragon that we stole is Magalu's dragon, who is a part of his Dragonite character.
Yeah, so I think this is a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Today,
Supposed to be
you
called
guys
for that.
retire to your rooms, and we shall pick this up next Saturday. Thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure. There's been 2 roleplay sessions. Look at us. Things have been
Kendra
absorbed.
got
A lot of
dick.
things have been said. Kendra got decked. That was great. So yeah, Stürmkrag, Saga, Ginnüngagap, episode 7 next Saturday. See you all there.
Yeah, let's go. Drink more ale. And pass out again.